Hello everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube in all its infinite wisdom has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode.
The other interesting thing is I had a torchbearer game the other day. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. The other interesting thing is I had it was like a D&D game. So torchbearer game the other day. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's CD, and I say that the innkeeper, I describe him as slim. He has a slim mustache like Salvador Dali. I don't know if if you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
And the players went nuts because they're like, no, elves don't have mustache. Yeah, half elf now. It's a full elf, but he has a mustache. Yeah, well, we had a conversation there, like an argument. But today, I decided to pose the question on the big Dungeons and Dragons group on Facebook. The question is just: can elves have facial hair, beards, full beards, stuff? And people are nuts. They're ripping each other to pieces. There's this faction that says no hair. Then there's these other people that say whatever, it's magic. They can have beards. Some are like half and half. It's like you can have goatees and like that.
Well, that was the beauty of being half elf. You know, because half elf, you could have facial hair as an elf.
Yeah,
exactly. That was like a feature.
D&D rules. It was canonical that they only grew hair on their head, but there's no mention of that in newer editions.
Do they have eyebrows?
I was going to ask Kika.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. That makes Kika. As far as I'm concerned, Kika is the academic expert when it comes to all things Elven and Sylvan.
Yes,
for a game.
Like, yeah,
there's some people commenting.
It's a fantasy game.
There's some people commenting who are Dragonlance veterans, and apparently in Dragonlance, that's the thing, that if you see an elf with any kind of facial hair, it's like, oh, that's a half elf.
Yep.
That's why the main character has a big beard and long hair, so he can cover up his ears.
Let me ask you a question. In your world or in D&D, do people have tattoos?
Yeah.
Then they can have whatever facial hair they want. Like if they can have tattoos,
they can tattoo their face.
They can tattoo their face. My mother-in-law has done it for her eyebrows. It works. So pencil thin mustache.
It saves you from drawing it. Needing to draw it on.
Yeah, you could tattoo that shit on your face. Like,
I mean, you can for sure tattoo an eyebrow because it's like 2-dimensional. You wanted to tattoo a beard like what Alex has now. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, but you described him having a pencil-thin mustache.
Yes, but like Salvador Dali, which goes like this.
Oh, yeah. Like a handlebar mustache.
Yeah, hair implants. But then again, like, why? if it's canonical for half elves to be the only type of elf that can grow hair, would an elf, like an actual elf, want to replicate that because they're dirty, right? Like, isn't there like that whole stupid like you're not a real elf, you're a half elf sort of thing going on in D&D?
Well, in current edition, 5th edition, they say that to humans, half elves look like elves, and to elves, half elves looks like humans.
Yeah, but if you're an elf, would you want to be associated with half elves?
I mean,
depends on the fashion of the time.
I don't know.
You know, whether or not you want to be scumbag elf parent.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a big deal in Shadowrun, and they have half elves. So, like, you know, like.
Well, all that shit boils back down to Tolkien bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like whether or not they could do it, but let me tell you what, from a real historical fucking bullshit, if there was an actual living elf in the world, it would have been Salvador Dali. All right, that person is so out there. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, they had a pet aardvark or anteater. It was an anteater.
That's awesome.
An anteater on the subway and stuff. Yeah, Salvador Dali was. They lived their best life. Okay.
I just want to have a pet sloth. And I want to train it, so it puts it.
Are so gross.
Yeah,
puts its arms
gross.
Around me and gives me a hug. And
just hug a koala. They're much better sloths.
Until they eat my face.
Yeah, just make sure they're drunk first, and then you're good.
Yeah.
I'll just keep spare eucalyptus
have like
everywhere.
their own like gross microbiome on them because they move so slowly with like a bunch of bacteria and bugs growing in their fur. It's really gross.
Look, if any animal is stupid enough to fucking think that their arm is a branch, then use the other arm to like grab it, fall out of a tree and die, then it's natural selection, and that is the end of that argument.
Well, I mean, quills have smooth brains and syphilis, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe he was testing, the limits of his sloth magic, turning into a tree. He could be a druid.
All I'm saying, on the grand scheme of things have done on this planet, a sloth mistaking its arm for a branch is nothing compared to literally, I can name about 50 things humans have done that are way
they
stupider.
invented glitter for one. Like,
they tried to iron a tie on their bodies.
Yeah.
Have you ever got a tie and it says "Do not iron on body"? That's because someone was dumb enough to be like,
them.
I'm going to iron this on my body.
That's what I think. Like every time I go to YouTube and watch like videos of fails, like you see a guy with go on the second story trying to jump on a trash can on the patio. It's like, dude, what are you expecting is going to happen?
To land on the trash can. Come on.
The old Twitch trolls that would take the people who are obviously under the age of 13, call up and be like Twitch support, and then they would have them destroy their computers because the kid doesn't know better. Like literally, they got this kid on stream to
destroy System 32.
Destroy System 32, take out the battery, wrap it in tinfoil, put it in salt water, and throw it in the microwave while taking the laptop to get rid of the virus. To get the virus off, to put it on the stove burner to burn away the virus from the hard drive. Or my favorite, hey, do you want to get your internet to be a little bit faster? Just put milk in the router.
Milk cooking your router. Oh, totally. You don't do that?
Yeah, I mean, don't you know it needs vitamin C to get that bandwidth?
Plants crave.
Vitamin D.
I love how Kiki corrects you.
Vitamin D. I'm sorry. Hey, you could do the same thing with high C. I mean, just pour some high C down there.
All right. Fucking Alex, what have you been doing? Stop talking about milk. What have you been up to, man? It's been a month.
I have been doing a bunch of tabletop RPG shows, 5e, City of Mist, Cypher. I've been doing a lot of variety streaming. I've been doing a lot of the Magic the Gathering arena since they came out with the core set.
Yeah, what do you think of that? I played a little bit of it. I participated in that stress test. I really like their introduction now, and I love the fact that they have
It teaches you.
like solo color. I don't know if it teaches you. Like, I don't know if it teaches you.
It does. It teaches you the very, very basics of Magic the Gathering, what you need to know.
Yeah, and then you walk into the game
toughness and
and
power.
then you fight people who are on the same level as you. Then you go up one tier and you're getting net decked straight away. You know, like
or like, wait, what do you mean there's priority? What do you mean there's something called shadow block? What? I try to teach somebody, hey, you can block with this creature because he's getting swung at with two creatures. You can block with one creature, and he has a walking ballista, which says remove a +1/+1 counter from it, deal 1 damage. And he had enough to kill the second creature attacking him. I said, you can block one, remove the +1/+1 counters, destroy the other ones, and you effectively block both creatures by shadow blocking. And he's like, they don't teach you that in the tutorial. And I'm like, yeah, because it's really complicated to do all that.
They can't.
But,
like, I think the best example of a tutorial that I've ever seen for Magic is Jewels of the Planeswalker. That's how I got my friend into it. I think like they need to add something like that to the actual game.
Yeah, and the one thing is they removed it because they want to work on it some more. They just wanted to showcase it and show it off. Good news is we broke the servers during the stress test. We just demolished it.
Yeah, because they gave away cards for free, basically.
We are now getting 5,000 gold and 3 M19 packs, which is effectively 3 M19 packs and 5 packs of whatever set you want or quick constructed, half a draft.
Hey, talking about Magic, did you guys hear about the next D&D book that got leaked today?
Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I'm super excited. I'm super excited because I will fucking run all of that. Ravnica is one of the best places to stage a D&D campaign because it's a plane that is nothing but one city.
So it's like Coruscant for D&D.
Yeah. The forests are just overgrown, skyscrapers. Buildings. Yeah. You have like all these different guilds, and that'd be pretty cool to get slotted in a guild. Mine would be Is It, because I love casting spells.
But is it really?
It is it.
Well, look, if Wizards pairing their Magic the Gathering line with D&D, that seems pretty smart. So
MTG players who've played D&D have been screaming on the top of their lungs, please give us a rule book of how to bring Magic the Gathering into the D&D 5e. And they're like, hey, we got the Zendikar thing, right? That, gives you the lore so you can make your own. But now this is going to be hopefully showing you, hey, these are the rules if you want to do D&D MTG.
I don't know. It sounds like a fucking summoner subclass for a planeswalker or something like that. I don't know.
It would just be like a really high-level wizard with plane shift, or they would have plane shift in their class features.
Well, no, I mean, like a planeswalker isn't a wizard. A planeswalker is bringing
a planeswalker is a mage
from other things. I mean, you can have, but here's the thing: a lot of planeswalkers in Magic the Gathering are warriors and monks and all this other shit. So
Gideon Jura is a hieromancer. Liliana Vest is a necromancer. Jace is a telepath. Chandra is a pyromancer.
Yeah, what about most of the white fucking
Ajani? He is he's a life mage.
Mm-hmm. Is that a healer?
Yeah, he's a healer. He does healing magic. He's a heal mage. Garrick is does a lot of, I guess he would be a ranger mage, but he does a lot. He's like would be a druid kind of deal. So
that said, I think it was better if they had re-released Greyhawk, Baron, Sun, I don't know, like Dark Sun, or Dragonlance, or
They are, I think, releasing a Greyhawk one. I think isn't Dragon Heist supposed to be in Greyhawk?
No, it's Forgotten Realms. It's in Waterdeep.
Oh, I think it was either There's 2 books coming out that they released at Stream of Many Eyes. It was Dragon Heist and another one, and the other
both
one of them is. Are supposed
both of them are in Waterdeep.
Oh,
I feel like the first one is levels 1 to 5, the second one levels 6 to 20. But it's the same story.
oh no, I'm thinking of the Temple of Elemental Evil. That's supposed to be in Greyhawk, right?
Yeah, but is that being released?
Yeah, Temple of Elemental Evil. That's a campaign setting. Princes of the Apocalypse, I think it's called.
Princes of the Apocalypse, that's Forgotten Realms too.
Really?
Yeah, all of the adventures already available are Forgotten Realms. Apparently, tomorrow they're gonna release. They're gonna announce. Sorry, 2 books coming out. One of them is supposed to be this Ravnica book that got leaked today, and the other one, no one knows what it is. It may be one of the ones I mentioned.
It might be Spelljammer.
Oh yeah, that's one I just forgot to mention. Maybe it's Spelljammer. And actually, that would make sense because Ravnica has a whole different plane, and Spelljammer would like.
How do you
It could
get there?
also be Planescape.
Yeah, because Spelljammer uses ships to go between planes, and that's already in Magic. Well, the Weatherlight.
Yeah.
The Weatherlight is a planeswalking ship.
I'm sitting here just like, man, what are these nerds talking about?
I thought.
But the Weatherlight uses different properties than Spelljammer ships to travel through space.
Well, I mean,
Ika, can that be your accent all the time?
I gotta go back and reread the books.
So
I think
good, though.
Urza gave like part of his spark before the time spiral, and he lost his omnipotence. Because before time spiral, planeswalkers were gods. They could change their form, they could change their look, and he just imbued this ship with power that could go between the planes.
Cool. So, yeah, you've been
Back when
playing
you had
Dungeons and
Gemi's.
Dragons, huh?
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons and getting ready for Battle for Azeroth,
Sweet. I don't know what that is.
the next expansion for World of Warcraft.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
And it's supposed to be back to, the good old fight between the Alliance and the Horde. No more Legion because we killed Sargeras.
But, okay. So, they're just, like, they've come full circle and now it's just they're releasing World of Warcraft again.
No. They are releasing
Difference.
World of Warcraft Classic servers, but they still have the Void Lords to deal with, and they still have the old ones, which are the Lovecraftian old gods. That
How
they still
can a
have to deal with.
cowman kill Cthulhu, though? Like, let's be real.
I mean, we've killed Yogg Saron, who was an old one in Ulduar, and that took about 25 people.
Wow. Cthulhu ain't got shit on cow people, apparently. Sweet. What else, man? What else have you been doing? Anything else?
Getting really excited to go to Gen Con here in 2 weeks, where I will be able to meet up with the pastrami master himself.
It's nice to hear someone else say that fucking line every once in a while,
I like it.
The old
I like
sandwich
pastrami's
maker,
too.
Eric Vogaris, yeah.
Oh, I got myself an Instant Pot.
What?
Hell yeah, right?
Hold up. Now, this is more interesting than all that nerd shit you're talking about. What is an Instant Pot?
An Instant Pot is a slow cooker, a
That's fast.
saute. No. Well, it's a slow cooker and a pressure cooker.
Uh-huh.
It sautés. You can bake a cake in it, and you
Okay.
can boil eggs. And it's a rice cooker as well. All in one.
Okay. All right.
Fucking love it.
What do you make? What does Zippy Zippo make in
Stews, clam chowder.
So
Man, I
okay,
love
slow cooker. Go on, continue.
rice, pressure cooker. Baked potatoes, pressure cooker.
But you have an oven and a pot. You can make
Do you know how long it takes to cook something in a pressure cooker?
no.
How long?
Not
Sydney,
that long.
Tell 'em.
It took me For big potatoes, we had like hunk of potatoes, like thicker than this water bottle of baked potatoes. It took me about maybe 20 minutes to pressure cook it to the right like softness. But you could get a baked potato that is kind of like small-ish, like a reasonable size. You can get that.
I gotta look at what this thing is. What's it called?
It's a pressure
Instant
cooker.
Pot.
Instant Pot.
Don't call it Instapot. And if it looks like a shady website,
What the fuck? It looks like a goddamn fucking like rocket fuel canister.
I think one of them has touchscreen. What's up with that?
the newer ones, yeah. I just have the LED. You know.
See, my problem with these sorts of things is we have smart appliances in our home, right? We do. We have like a really good coffee machine. But here's the thing about a really good coffee machine. You can't have milk and water come out of the same nozzle. You know what I mean? Like, so when someone tells me about this fucking Instapot bullshit, I look at it and go, oh yeah, cool, you can do everything except the one thing that you actually want it to do.
No, it does. Well, what is the one thing you want it to do?
Hot dogs.
What was that?
I said hot dogs.
Yeah.
You could do hot dogs. You could saute hot dogs. Yeah. Yeah, you put it on the saute so it heats up. You don't have to have the lid on, so you could put hot dogs in there, roll it around, brown the hot dogs. You know?
Stir a hot dog in your Instapot.
I mean, if you get the 8, I think the 8-quart one is huge. You could definitely do.
Hang on, what the hell is these things? I'm looking at them, and it's so weird looking. It's weird looking, guys. It's a weird looking pot. What's the size you have?
I have a 6-quart.
6-quart.
Yeah, because I like making mac and cheese.
All right, let me ask you this: can you change it to metric?
I think you could. I'll have to check the user manual and get back to you.
Did you just do the conversion in your head?
Actually, they have an app. They have an app that you can.
You shouldn't need an app.
They have an app that you can look up recipes because they add recipes daily. So, and they have a little button that says convert to metric.
Okay, but does the machine do it? I don't want to use an app to do it. If I'm buying a $700,
I mean, I don't use metric, so that's not the first thing I look for it.
You know what?
So I'll look in the user manual and see if it has that.
I think that the best thing,
but it's most of its timer stuff.
The best thing this bot is missing is like you use the app to access a social network for owner.
Then you can see who's cooking the hot dogs at the same time. Yeah.
I mean,
sauteing my hot dogs. What up?
You have an app that you can be like, hey, I made this dish in the Instant Pot. This is how I made it. Here's the recipe and here's the instructions. There you go. And then anybody who else has the app who looks up, you know what? I want to make mac and cheese. They type in mac and cheese and then it's like, hey.
But you can make mac and cheese like stupid easy in any other way. Okay, hold up. How long does it take to make a fucking stew in this thing? Let me ask you that.
I've never made a stew in it yet. I just got it like a couple days ago.
Okay. So the first thing you made in it was hot dogs?
No, the first thing I made in it was a baked potato with the pressure cooker.
How long did that take?
To get it perfect, about 20 minutes. And you can, there is a definite different taste than doing it in the microwave or the oven or the grill.
Why would you make a baked potato in the microwave?
You put it in there.
You cut it open,
and then you fucking zap that shit with the fucking microwaves.
Like I've done it. Like just put the potato in a plastic bag. They just like moisture.
Anyway, so who's next?
Let's talk about you.
Hey,
how's your baked potatoes these days?
Not microwaved.
So I am now on 2 more shows, both on the Greyhawk channel, doing Queen of Spiders campaign, like the whole 6-module series, and that's gonna like run through December, and I'm on there on Fridays, and on Thursdays I am doing Castle Greyhawk, Return to Castle Greyhawk playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting close to Sylvan. I'm investigating my options for publishing and wondering if I should just write everything out by hand and scan it as a PDF, because that would be a lot easier than figuring out how to type. Like,
why don't you dictate it?
it would be a lot easier than trying to figure out how to do the Sylvan alphabet system in the computer.
A, E. Look,
Let me finish.
If you could dictate Polish, I mean, you could dictate a make-believe language too, right? Like, well, okay, so your process of writing this is to write it like pen and paper style, yeah?
Yeah. I'm probably just going to write it out pen and paper style so I can have the lettering in there too, and sentence structure, and then people can...
That's going to take a while.
Yeah.
But if
not that long.
It's going to be awesome.
Hope so.
The problem with those sorts of things is that, like, let's say that you're reading it on like a device or something like that, right? It's going to be like harder to, I guess, look things up, or like...
Yeah, it's harder to find individual words and stuff. Like, if you just need a word, you can't just search the document for it.
Yeah, that's like the only
an issue.
Yeah, that's like, because the way that I use PDFs is bookmarks, which you could probably still do. I think you'd just put in headings and shit, and the search functionality.
Yeah, I would probably rely on headings mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also been making music. I've picked up violin.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Do you just sit,
MCATs.
still for like 5 minutes and you're just like, you know what, I could be doing something incredibly productive instead. I'm going to play violin now.
Why would you live your life in any other way?
Yeah. That's the trick to success. Yes, Kika's figured it out. The trick to success is to procrastinate, but then procrastinate with something else that's cool, and just constantly just procrastinate through things, through your other projects and interests.
I can also finally do a handstand.
Hey, that's awesome! Kika, you are moving up in the world.
Nice.
Next, you need to learn how to do a leg stand.
Is that where you stand on your legs?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Go to your room.
Go to your room. Get out of that spaceship, go back to Earth, sit in your room, and face the corner.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going back to my room. Let me just go through the forest, past the creepy guy in the alley.
Derek, what's up with you?
Derek actually was the first person.
Yeah.
Oh.
You mean Eric? What up, Eric?
I thought you meant Eric.
The man, Eric.
Oh yeah. Whew, yeah. So what's happened to me this past month? I fell down a Rogue Tech hole, which is a BattleTech XCOM mod. That game is so much fun.
No, you started playing that like when last time we played, which is like a month ago, right? Or you just set it up or something like that.
Yeah, I set it up, and goddamn, I love that game so much. It's so much fun. But then I got completely sidetracked and sideswept by another game called Caves of Cud, which is a roguelike.
Yeah. Have you ever played Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Only it's fucking Gamma World.
Yeah.
So it's like all the fucking fun post, scientific, super science apocalypse weird shit, right? So if you ever seen Thunder, we're old enough to know what Thunder the Barbarian is, right? No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just assume I don't.
Okay. So I've been watching Thunder because of that game, because of Caves of Cud is so fucking good, and it finally got me to understand the idea of like the weird fantasy mutant super science, like the barbarian with the laser sword fighting the weird sci-fi robots and the weird against the pterodactyl people, like in the ruins, basically like D&D Fallout, basically that kind of weird shit.
Yeah.
I am so into that. It has consumed my life, Henley.
Wow, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I actually went back and played Battlefield 1 for a little bit of time. And, I mean, that game is still a lot of fun. Like, it's actually like I actually got a lot more fun out of it. But man, I tell you what, Battlefield 5 can't come fast enough as far as I'm concerned. I'll play the shit out of that game.
Seems.
Makes more sandwiches together. Yeah, but I also played a little bit of Octopath Traveler for the Switch.
Yeah, how is it?
It's a weird one. It's like made on Unreal, but it's also looks like the old Final Fantasy. But then they like do like, yeah, you're a little sprite man, but it's basically just like a big open world, and you have to walk everywhere. It's strange. It's a strange game, for sure. Very difficult in parts too. Like maybe I'm just not very good at grinding games. In fact, I know that's the reason, because I completely like ignore that shit. If I can run away from a fight, I will, because like to me that's not the interesting part of the game, right? So I don't know. Have we put off enough time yet? Do you guys think we've done enough talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we play some role playing games? I don't know. All right, cool. Well, Eric, do you remember where we were?
Yeah. No, I was going to ask you guys to do it previously on, but I do know where I want to begin. So if anyone can do what we did last month?
Of course I can. Previously on Die Party Solar Ascendancy, we went to a radioactive world that was destroyed. There were these weird Medusa-looking people.
Yeah.
And they wanted to fix our ship and run maintenances on our ship. They wanted to dissect Didi.
Oh, yeah.
We got most of the repairs done, and they kept pushing Benedictus for information on Didi and whether or not they could replicate her systems into their own AI stuff. And Benedictus said, "Fuck that shit. You're not dissecting my dog or my daughter. Don't talk to me or my daughter ever again." And he leaves. And I think that's all we did that episode, was deal with those people. And they had a problem with some kaiju running around and destroying shit. They were like, if you want to fix this, you have to go out into the wastes and get the parts for us. But they are guarded by giant radioactive kaiju.
But then they took that off the table. Because I remember that I don't know, someone botched the negotiation, and they were like, you know what, fuck this. And then they had to, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, no, we are. They're like outside in like we had to go out there and turn on a radio tower, Ubisoft style, and come back.
Yeah,
or something like that.
But I remember that someone botched it. I think it was Alex, and then their character had to negotiate that we stayed on friendly terms, and they charged us for the repairs.
Oh yeah, no, because they wanted to dissect Didi, which is Benedictus's like child. And he was like, "Fuck that! No, I'm not going to let you dissect my child."
I think then we had something on the ship.
Ichthynnis threw up on someone's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
because
right.
she was sad because story progression.
Yep. We had a bonding moment where we did some space drugs.
Oh yeah, whiskey. You guys got drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we did like weird popsicle space drugs.
No. Remember it was Dave's character showed up with the whiskey.
Oh, and Ichthynnis told Benedictus to go get these weird popsicles that were like hallucinogenic. Yeah, I remember we did some weird shit.
Good.
But we had a bonding moment. And that's all that Benny cares about. They listened to Foo Fighters, Rise Against, all the grunge. Maybe it was only Benedictus. He was playing it in his head.
And then we went back to the sword, and I remember the last thing we got paid for dropping off that piece of the artifact or something like that to him, and he was not going to use it to open the world. He's just going to put it in the hole with all the other stuff. Yeah? That's what I remember.
Yeah, because there was the big thing with, we found sword tech that could rewrite an entire planet and terraform it into whatever planet was stored on the sword tech.
Yes.
And Benedictus was like, nah, fuck that. We can't let anybody get their hands on this because this could be used as a fucking weapon.
But we actually gave it to them.
Yeah, we did.
Because it was 3-1 and Benedictus couldn't encrypt things.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then the only thing we need to do before that is just make sure our goals are updated, because goals is how you get experience.
Yeah, I have get paid and explore space for humanity.
Cool.
My goal
Everyone
is
else?
to do some tech stuff.
Yeah. Is everyone else's goals like? No, I know some people like to have hidden goals. That's fine. You don't have to share it, but I just want to make sure. Since last time we've done.
Yeah,
stuff.
I also have smuggled tech back to Earth, but I think
Why
I
is my
talked about that.
Am I coming in? Hold on, real quick. Is my internet coming in weird?
No.
For anyone?
It was both you and Dave that got a little robotic on my end. I thought it was me.
I can
Okay.
hear you all
Zoom
fine.
servers, man. The Zoom servers
think
about
it's-
to
yeah, it is.
implode.
It is Zoom. Okay, that's why I was just wondering because I could do something maybe on my end. But okay, sorry. Yeah. So then, cool. So if all our goals are squared away, because I just don't want to rob you of your precious experience.
But don't
That's a lie,
we
he
have to
does.
know? Don't we have to know what's today's quest so we can write a goal about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you want to do the quest today, yeah. So I have 3 missions that we can go on today that you guys can choose from.
Is it in the
But I
missions list?
do have a what?
Oh, I just was asking if it was in the missions list.
Oh no, it is not.
Okay.
But how about before we do the mission list and choosing our mission and then doing that goal, we do actually have something we need to do today immediately. And it's literally dovetails from our last mission, or actually 2 missions ago. DD01, running through some of the old contract footage and the old holovid screens back when you guys attacked and took the old technology from in the new system, uncovered something. They uncovered the fingerprints of another solar entity at work. They're trying to decrypt it. However, DD is probably has come over to Benedictus and has given you the warning signs here. They're trying to stop. They have accidentally tripped some of the sort of countermeasures that this solar has put into effect, and needs help to block the signal from getting back. So basically, right now, you need to stop the. You have to trace and stop this sort of countermeasure that's going on in the network right now, as you guys are sort of docked of this sort of signal, basically getting fired off into the next little hyperlight drone and sent out, ostensibly eventually getting to whatever this sword entity is. They just uncover something else is listening to this conversation, and you see that person trying to run, and the net, and so now they're trying to block off its routes,
Okay, so.
And so it needs help. It needs help trying to stop this signal before it gets out of here.
So DD was trying to hack something?
No, incidentally, it was almost like an accident. DD was just analyzing and processing. Kind of maybe he was kind of looking over contracts to do, and it's oh, how good were we on the last ones? How did that pay off for us? And so it went back and looked at the information, and then it found something, and that something was sort of a flag to it. And began to proceed further down into that. How I want to give you a little. It found a couple weird anomalies, so it looked down into them, kind of like how you fall into a wiki hole,
yeah,
right? And it tripped something. That I realized that there was a protocol running that belonged to a different solar. It has the sort of registration here, and because of that, it is very it's trying to stop that because that could be really bad.
Ah, shit. Oh God. And
it's not Helix's.
Benedictus is going to run over to his sarcophagus, and he's going to open up like these hollow displays, and he pulls out like a keyboard, and he starts doing the Kingdom Hearts. I'm going to go to tap on the keyboard to make it look like I'm animating, typing on the keyboard, but it doesn't look like he is. And he's going to see if he can run a root trace and try to tag the I guess the protocol to see where it's going.
Right.
So
sure, you're trying to boost the signal of where it is.
Yeah.
So other people, so you could like someone else or you could write a better program to stop it. Yeah, because it's definitely trying to hide again.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Okay. That would be a programming test.
Before you do, I say to Benedictus, hey Benedictus, if you want, why don't you connect that to the ship's hardware? I can help you with that too.
I would do it, Eddie. Just I don't know what this thing is, and if it comes after you, then now we're out of ship and a ship's AI. So I'm gonna run it through my sarcophagus because my sarcophagus has some firewall protocols that are supposed to keep it safe against most cyber terrorism. But then again, this was like a couple hundred years ago. But there's no way y'all could have advanced that much in cyber terrorism.
No way. So, but I will probably need to input the coordinates or whatever I get from this root trace back into you, and then you could, run it through the sword database for Helix Leviathan or the other swords, the other solar registries. Sounds like a good plan.
Okay, so let me just tippy tap on my thing. No modifier. Let's roll it. Let's see what I get. I got a 6.
All right, that's not enough.
Okay.
And you don't have anything to do that. You have anything to there's nothing you can do to modify the roll. You're not an expert to let you re-roll.
No, I don't have that.
Yeah. No, this fucking signal is smart. So you try to I imagine once again, we're still kind of following this as though it's kind of Tron inside the machines and all, right? And you're trying to basically track it and line it up with a sort of getting a theoretical, right? Like a fighter pilot kind of thing, and it just dodges you at every turn. You're finally able to get it almost to a trace, and then it's building up, and then it just turns a corner, and you just lose it, and you look around, and it's it wasn't even there. You've lost track of it. So now you're gonna have to go try to scan it around again for it to see where it surfaces before it gets away.
Okay. So
time is of the essence here. You have basically right now before it kind of gets to the net, based on how fast this is going, just so you know, so it's not constantly doing it. You have about 2 chances to find this thing before it's gone.
Okay.
What do you do?
Could I roll no to see if I could get a so rolling no would be trying to recall something, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I want to recall whether or not I know what kind of protocol this is and how I can sufficiently do it. And I would like to use one of my chances to use the no to give a modifier to my program.
Right. Okay. Sure, but your no. Okay. Yeah, I think you could totally do that. However, the time it takes for you to recall that means it's going to strike one of your chances, which means if you succeed, it'll give you a benefit to your second roll.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. A 10.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So this is called a harpy signal, and because it's screaming back, and so it's a harpy. You have to figure out the best counter to this, and you know that this is sort of a it's not quite intelligent, but it piggybacks on other signals. And you know that it likes to piggyback on financial data. And so if you could basically isolate it and keep an eye on all sort of like money transfer, sort of account signals and things like that, even just like refresh signals, you know what I mean? Just basically eyeing those exits, you might be able to find it again. So yeah, so give yourself a +2 bonus here.
Okay. So Benedictus is going to try to put a stop payment on all incoming and outgoing payments. It would be in our solar bank account, right? Yep. So he's going to put a stop payment on all income and outgoing.
I love the idea that Logan is right at this moment.
He's about to
he's like fucking
buy pay-per-view shit.
No.
It's even better. He's renting something.
I love the idea that I'm like sitting there like bidding on an eBay thing, like a space eBay thing, and it's coming down to like the time, you know, and I'll have to like outbid this dude, man. I got like 2 seconds, and then like a big dumb fucking error message comes up on like whatever the equivalent of a blue screen in space is, you know, like
insufficient funds.
Or turns out you're bidding against Yuxtina's.
And then she gets insufficient funds, and then like Walloliptus is right there. You know, Wally's like there, and he's like, and he wins. He wins because he has an offshore bank account.
No. So your food does not have a bank account.
I started it up so he could have a savings account and go to college.
And then I ate him when we were drunk.
Let's see, modifier +2. A 9.
All right. That is just enough to stop it. I should be telling you the difficulty stuff. I forgot that's a thing. But yeah. So it was a 9, and you just stopped it. So it was like just getting ready to go, and you freeze it, and exactly how Dave described it. Like it just, you have to like basically stop all internet connection for a second. For you to stop it and delete the protocol.
Before it deletes it, can I find where the IEP or the equivalent of the IEP originated from?
Yeah, where it's originating from. Yeah. Oh, totally. You know it's coming from Ericsson 8, that black market space station over in the news system.
I'm going.
Just out of curiosity, Eric, like, are we, when it comes to like connectivity and internet and stuff like that, are we following like the guidelines, which is to say that like in between things, there's no connectivity, and when you arrive at a place, Okay, so with that in mind, how does it piggyback over 2 systems over?
Right. So you know that that's where its intended destination is going. It's not that it's there yet or not. It's just, you know, that's where it's going to.
So yeah, it's gonna piggyback off like another person making.
You grabbed an envelope with a mail it to address on it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was going to piggyback on the rest of financial transactions and basically take the next ship, leaving to Angelos to New.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you stopped it.
I'm going to.
You want to destroy it? Do you want to save them?
I have a question. Where was this signal leaving from?
Sure. So it was leaving your ship. It was basically just stored on some, I guess, one of your transactionary drives, like whatever your encoded financial bank.
It's kind of like we had like a Trojan virus which just got activated to send a signal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Benny is actually going to isolate the program and see if he
can. Banking stuff. Yeah.
He's going to isolate the program and put it on like a separate machine, like a separate computer on its own drive, so he can study it later. But then he's going to give that information to Addie, who and tell him where it's coming from. It's coming from a black market ship, and whether or not he can figure out where on the black market ship, or whether or not like who would want to kind of spy on us. Does anyone there have any motivation to spy.
Well, I
on
mean,
solars
I feel
from
pretty
Wolf to
comfortable
Leviathan.
answering that question as an out of character. I mean, we're solos, right? I mean, not solos, but we're like, you know,
Scholar agents.
solar agents and shit. So, I mean, everyone, I guess, to a degree. Like, the pool is pretty wide, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
well, he's just going to give that information to Addy and see if he can do some scans. And then Benny's going to isolate this, and he's going to dissect it further to see whether or not there's patterns in the code. I know some coders can tell who coded what just by the way that it was coded. Kind of will.
I just realized you poured milk on your router to stop it.
Stop it.
You look over at Benny and he's like, hold on, it needs its vitamin C.
Almost done. Almost done.
It's like vitamin D. Yicthinis chimes in. Wait, what? Oh no, I used the wrong vitamin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's cool. So the only way you can keep this thing from going anywhere right now, because if you want to save it and stuff like that, you can't have any internet access, right? You basically have firewalled yourself.
I think he would grab like he's going to isolate it on a drive, like a separate drive, and then hook it up to a computer that is
That's not connected.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it is, it'll be through a VPN, so it wouldn't be able to bounce. It would just keep bouncing off of itself.
Okay. So are you to basically just in order to restore internet here to your ship and your connectivity, are you going to kind of just cut out your banking transaction computer right now and keep that off connection and study it? Is that you're basically your Bitcoin wallet, so to speak? And figure out where this is, or are you making like a clone of it?
Yeah, I'm making a clone of it on a separate drive. And I'm taking that drive out.
Okay.
Kind of deal.
Sure. And then what are you doing?
Essentially, I'm putting salt in the router.
Okay. Yeah. See, you salted the router. I get you. Okay. Sure. Okay, yeah. So I was wondering about that because then when the computer boots up, you have the new jobs and stuff like that available, and how much they're worth, right? Because you can't log in to see that without your banking information.
Don't worry, guys. I stopped.
Hey, can you turn the internet back on? I'm like.
I'm sorry. I just stopped a terrible virus that could have wiped out all of our bank accounts. But sure, yeah, I'll help you. By turning on the internet when I'm good and ready.
Did you try microwaving the hard drive?
Oh, shit. No, I didn't. I could have just bypassed all of this and just microwaved the hard drive. Damn.
Why did you put a virus on our computers?
I didn't put a virus. Somebody else did. And he then.
But how did you know about it if you didn't put it on there? I mean, that's something a guilty person.
DD was going through the contracts that we were
put the virus on there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. DD would never do such a thing.
I mean, DD doesn't even talk, so.
DD just kind of like bloops and whistles.
Well, it talks in computer code, and I believe Benedict.
Look, I'm not Mark Hamill. I don't understand that stuff, okay?
Who the fuck is Mark Hamill? Oh my god, he was the best historical accuracy of a Coruscant space wizard. Oh my god. I don't know how George Lucas knew about them. I've only been to Coruscant once. And that was like a long ass time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Anyway, can you turn the internet back on already? Like it's kind of getting frustrating that my entertainment is watching you.
He just he goes over to the button right next to Logan and he clicks it on. There, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Couldn't reach over.
I'll go back to watching my movies now.
Well, so what you watching?
Something about like the mating habits of like some sort of weird space crocodile. Found it on a documentary channel.
And you asked me why we got
like,
a virus?
It's like the life habits of extra planar creatures. And it's
So you're watching a bunch of unsentient beings just fuck, and you ask me why the fuck we got viruses on our computer.
It's a documentary.
Research.
Look,
Yeah, I guess you could argue that all the porn from your planet was documentaries.
No,
as
that
well.
was entertainment. There's no arguing there.
From what I've seen, it was very funny.
Yes. The pizza guy.
Yeah, who the fuck fucks a pizza guy just walking right through the door who just has nothing but a Speedo and
As
a
I
tie
said,
on?
entertainment, not a documentary.
Oh, I don't understand how that's entertaining. I'd be like, sir, you walk in
Here's
my house
the golden rule.
in a Speedo.
All right, you can't
like
understand an alien race unless you know how it fucks.
I always thought it was like watching something that was intentionally very bad because it's funny.
Oh yeah, no, we used to do that on the Foundry. We used to watch hobgoblins bash each other over the head.
Is that what you consider sexual behavior?
Well, we don't have sex, so no, it was just funny because the hobgoblins thought they were still in charge. They weren't in charge for at least 1,000 years.
All right, you solved our problem with the bug. So, I mean,
It is solved. We just stopped it. Whatever it was in our ship files. It's like a Trojan virus. That's how you see it. We have no way to know if it is still there. We just got what Benedictus did is just catch a signal. We don't know where it originated from.
Hold up the hard drive. I got it all right here. We can like dissect it and we can find out, who programmed it.
I know.
See if they left
that's like catching a bullet.
well,
we don't know where the gun is.
we have.
But you can find out what kind of gun shot it.
We have a sentient AI on this ship who monitors everything coming and going. And the only thing that's different since last time is the fact that we picked up some weird sword tech level guns and we strapped it to the top of the ship. And we had a bus or a car in here that also had an artifact in there which we turned on and fucked around with, remember? So
what you're saying is that the sword tech is messing with our tech, or the sword tech is trying to send signal?
maybe. I mean, if
Well,
I understand sword tech, it's probably the dumb version of what it was. But, it could still be dangerous.
Benny cracks his all four of his fingers. 3 of his fingers. And he's like, well, you should just, it just settled. You should just let me dismantle all the sword tech that comes through this and let me analyze it. I would never let it.
Why don't we just
signals.
sell the stuff and then we don't have to ever worry about it doing this again?
Because we could use some of this stuff on, waste whatnot.
And you're sure it was a sword tag virus?
No, it was actually a harpy virus.
So maybe we upset someone along the way.
It's originating from this black market ship. I mean, we could go knock down the doors and,
Eric,
do some cool.
we still have to pay that lady, right? Why did we pay her? I remember I removed the percentage from the thing, but we never did the act of sending her cut, right? The 10%.
Yeah, Yeah.
15 or 10% or something like that.
Oh yeah. For it was 15%. It's
Yep.
Nia Love Vu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I would have made an effort to send it, but if it hasn't been sent now, we can send it now, I guess.
No, I mean you probably would have sent it before this happened if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless like your character would have forgot, right? Then
No,
totally.
no. I definitely wouldn't have forgotten, but like.
Right. Sure, that's what I mean. Because it's been a little while since we played,
Yeah. Okay.
and so like any kind of questions like that, stuff like that, it's totally up to us. I'm totally cool with whichever we want to do.
So I don't think it would be her then.
Sure.
Like,
yeah. Right. And I want to be clear again. Dee Dee knew that this symbol or this signal that you caught, this protocol, was, it was solar level. So yes, it was sword technology.
Oh, okay.
So it was trying to disguise itself as sort of like a Helix Leviathan, just kind of like checking over everything. Like, there's always like solar level, kind of just looking at things here and there and stuff like that. But then this one was like, oh, that wasn't actually Helix Leviathan. We got a runner situation, and it was trying to track it down. So that was going on. So yeah, so this is a very important thing. This isn't just anyone trying to spy on you. This is very technically difficult to use. But also, definitely a textbook style sword thing. Sometimes it's a hidden protocol trying to message some people. Sometimes it will turn your ship into a Rubik's cube. Right? Like this is the dangers of sword tech. Is that sometimes there's latent things that once they are looked at or once they are mixed with something, like in the flex drive or you're trying to, some kind of weird calculation happens. The next thing you know, it's like a time bomb and something changes. It could be a joke. It could be on purpose.
Well,
that's what makes it so dangerous.
I mean, you
so
have
powerful.
it, right? So why don't we hand it into our sword and see what he can make of it? Our solar.
Well,
totally.
The way that I see it is taking this virus and plugging it into Addy would be like giving him a booster shot.
No, I mean, we don't have to put it in our sword. We can give it to our solar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just love to analyze it. Yeah.
Let me make a copy of it so I can analyze it as well.
Sure.
So he's just going to copy it, and then he's going to send he's going to package the drive up, and he's going to send it to the Solar via whatever the package courier system.
I mean, we're still in the
is.
space, right? So
yeah. No, you guys are still hovering around Argus.
Yeah, you could probably just call up a courier or something like that.
Yeah, totally. A little drone will come over and fetch it for you. It's not a big
Amazon.
deal. There's millions and millions and millions of drones all over this giant space compound.
Wait, there's a planet named Argus?
Yeah. Defenders of Argus.
Is it busted up? Is the Burning Legion? Are there demons?
No. No.
Okay, so this is pre-demon, so there's still the Draenei there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, the Eridar. But yeah. Okay, cool. Sweet. Fantastic.
So what were our missions, Eric?
Yeah. So here are your three missions. The first one is it's a private missive. A representative of Risoclix colony has pinged you. An asset of theirs needs extraction from a spaceport on Polye, in the capital, in Polye City. It's 300,000 credits if you can be discreet. The second mission, this one is flagged as high priority, takes you down into the Ona sector, or the Ona system. Requiem for the Forest, a harvester's guild, needs help of a sword ship for an immediate consultation. 500,000 credits, details upon meeting. And then the last one is that
they'll pay us 500,000 to show up and listen to them.
Right. Well, they'll give you more details of what they actually need you to do if you accept it's $500,000.
Okay.
That's the other one was 300,000. The idea is that they're putting a huge money thing up here for you to accept the contract and come here and do it. Basically, they don't want to tell you their secret.
Sure. Okay.
Right? They don't want to broadcast a secret. But if you accept the contract, they'll tell you. So it means you have to accept on blind faith that that's going to be worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is a warden of Panaduolo has gone underground in Huzabet on planet Saiyan. Arrive in that system and find their last known location and bring them back to Panaduolo. That's all. Should be easy, right? It's also 500,000 credits, and the giant prison planet of Panaduolo is offering a free supply of penal labor for you as cargo to sell to someone.
Free supply of penal labor.
Yeah. Either for you to use for repairing your ship, or if you just want to take them all and send them off somewhere as a good trade good, for bartering.
Is there any
Whatever
way that
you
we
want.
can find out what the person wanted on Huzabet or Saran actually did? I assume they escaped.
Mm-hmm.
So what was their incarceration for?
Right. No, they were going there for a business meeting. That's all really they say is that they were going down to so here's what you should know about Saiyan. I want to make sure I get it right. It's Saeunn is the planet. It's a radioactive world, and also sort of home to some crazy technology down here.
Mm-hmm.
Billions and billions of people live in Saiyan. It's sort of a rather than the other analogous would maybe be like the Tellius. Letelius is sort of also a radioactive world. Well, everything is falling apart, and there's only like a couple hundred people that live there. Saiyan is sort of the opposite, where it's a radioactive world. It's a wasteland, but billions and billions of people live there underground. It's just like there's sort of like a constant sort of like drone, like legacy drone landmine kind of situation that has sort of just left the planet horribly, horribly scarred.
And we have to go there to find someone? Is that what they want us to do?
Yep. They want you to go there.
What planet was that?
It's on the very bottom.
In the very, very bottom.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And which one of these have payments or paying for travel?
They all do. Remember, excepting... I'm sorry. No, the first mission does not have pay for travel. To Palye, right? To Palye. Rixelclix. I remember Rixelclix is the gun people.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who supplied the guns to the insurgents.
Well, I doubt they would be happy to see me.
Because of the that special thing you have?
Oh, no, because I reported them to my government.
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, how about we go down to Hazabet and Hazabet that we can find this guy? You enjoyed that one? Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I think that's good.
We'll send them the emoji thumbs up. And we'll go.
Okay hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the okay hand's still in fashion. Yeah, definitely that one for sure. But like, we send one for each of us. Mine was a little hard to find because they didn't really have a human emojis in this space time. But yeah.
All right. So you didn't want to do anything with your technology that you grabbed, right? Your armor. Remember how you got the countermeasure armor?
Oh right.
Like right now, I imagine you're renting a locker right now.
Yes, right. Yes, we did. Because I think the problem is that we can't take anything out, and we need all that hard space to like do it. So we have to. Yeah. If I remember correctly, we had a discussion last time that we needed a new ship in order to house everything that we wanted, because it's just an issue of like hard points and armor and shit like that. Because last time we went into space combat, we got thoroughly fucked.
You took on 3 giant ass cannons at once, which was the problem. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I want to remind everybody that I asked you, do you want to be stealthy? Do you want to analyze this place and come attack, creatively? You're like, nah, let's just go.
Anytime a GM offers that sort of shit, you think to yourself, you know what? That's a trap. Let's just go in there and throw an axe in that guy's face and see what happens.
So
Yeah, but-
yeah. So
I
the
just
mission we're
lie my way
doing.
out of everything.
So which mission are we doing
The
again?
last one.
Last one. The
Diane.
warden has gone underground, so we have to go find him.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
find the warden. That's my goal.
All right. Is your engine repaired?
I do believe that they repaired one thing on our thing, and I think it was the spike drive, right?
No, I think it was your armor. You
Was it
repaired
the
the hull.
armor?
Yeah, I think you repaired your cargo bay. That was like sliced in half. The cargo doors. You got new
right,
cargo
yeah,
doors.
Cargo doors.
Yeah. You got cargo doors, so your
Right, yeah.
so your hull is an exposed hard vacuum. That's right.
Yeah,
it's no longer
okay.
just those like elastic cargo bands.
That's right, yeah. And I remember saying that the drive is okay because we could still at least move. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
How much is it to repair the drive now that we're in like a space where it can theoretically be repaired?
To repair the drive.
Yeah, and is the time going to be affected if you repair it? Because honestly, it would make a very easy jump. We could do that in like 2 jumps instead of like 3 jumps.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. No, seriously. That's it. So like each jump there would be like what? Isn't it like 6 days? Like on a good day. Otherwise, it's 4.
It depends on the roll, right?
Oh yeah, I think you could technically speed it up, right?
Yeah, if you do like super good on your roll, it like you go faster or something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cost of a spike drive, and I'll give you a percent of it. It's typically like
I'm also
50%.
seeing on page 113, it says repairing holes and systems. And it says you can jury a thing back to functionality for 1/10 of the system's cost and 1 day and 1 day's work.
Can be done.
25,000 per year spent. It's going to be expensive.
Okay, yeah. So it can be
Oh, it says here at the end, it says a full repair of a disabled system costs us
1/4.
of the original price.
Right. Okay. That's right. I was going to say 50%. 25% makes perfect sense. Okay.
Okay, it is a drive 2 engine which costs 10K usually, but it has the asterisk with I don't remember what it is.
Multiply by 2.
Then it is 20,000. So it would cost us 5,000 to fix this spike drive.
In a day. It costs you $5,000 in a day to fix a spike drive.
Oh, that's fucking nothing. Do it.
Yeah.
Make
Remember
it so.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember you were missing you're missing some like one like capacitor.
Yeah, we're missing some hardware. So we
It was like it was one piece.
Yeah, and it's because Zippy wasn't there during the time, and we tried to get the fucking dum-dums to fix it, and they couldn't do it.
The dum-dums. It's
Good
Derek's
old internet
character.
problems.
No, they're the soulless, vapid fucking robots that we have in the thing, where they have like a basic level. They're called Logan's calling
Oh,
them
that's
the
right.
dum-dums.
They're
from
basic
now on.
level ones.
Yeah. I'm gonna call them the dum-dums from now on. Such a good name. The dum-dum. Okay. Yeah, so let's spend that. I will take that off. We're in April or March?
And
We are technically in. We're still in March.
Okay, so you said 20,000?
well, no, it's 5,000.
Oh, it's like
That's only 25%.
that's the part that I'm looking at. I'm being like, where did you get the number for the spike drive? Oh, there it is. I found it.
It's
Never
on
mind.
page 97.
Yeah, 97 is the page I was looking at. I was too far down. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more expensive.
Installing the spike drives is the hard part, right? Because you need a ship that's big enough for it, and the ships cost money. So, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, you're good.
Sweet. So I guess we make a few jumps now, yeah?
Yep. So now we need some piloting checks.
Yeah, I wanted to ask because so far we've only traveled from one system to the next one. But if we want to go, where are we going? All the way to Husabed or
Yep, all the way.
Polyt?
And with a spike drive 2, you can go to Polytai in one jump.
And then I have to roll again for Husabed.
Yep.
Right.
If we had a
Correct.
3-speed spike drive, you could just make one jump, right? So, yeah.
I see. All right. Okay, sort of Vedic areas. Do I know what's the difficulty class for this?
I think it's generally piloting of 7 to do a roll.
Okay. I'm rolling.
Wow, you literally rolled double ones.
And you're a fighter, right? So,
That's really not what you wanted to roll.
no.
Oh boy.
All right, guys, get out your mushrooms. It's time for that episode.
So this is really good. Now we're gonna see what happens when your ship. This is perfect. You just repaired the spike drive, so clearly, like, it was a problem with like getting it to work again. Maybe the new
Forgot
one.
to update the drivers.
And
then Yeah, they were I mean, look never at seen Emily.
again.
I don't think that's possible yet. Is it?
I mean, it depends. You can end up in like uncharted space pretty easily.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there are rules for this, Eric.
Yeah. I'm looking for the pilot's page.
Either that or it takes a lot longer. A space travel starts on page 110.
This has not happened, right? This didn't happen before.
No,
Yeah.
you've never failed.
This is definitely the first time. Okay, cool.
If a roll fails, something has gone wrong with the drill, and roll on the failed navigation results are necessary. These mishaps don't normally result in summary death of the crew, but often force the navigator to make emergency course changes or drill exits that might leave the ship dangerously in an unfriendly region of space. Okay, so roll 3d6.
Yeah. I think it's fair for Derek to roll the 3d6.
Yeah, I think so too, Mr. Robotic AI, super AI, the free of emotion.
It's just that when you roll on a failure table, I think it's more fun when the player rolls on the failure table.
Absolutely. Do it.
Okay.
You are in control of
3d6.
your destiny. 3d6. Let's see
Bring
what
it
you
on.
7. It's a power spike. One system is disabled until it's repaired. Your ship is stuck in transit for the full base time before being able to make another pilot check. If the spike drive fails, treat it as though a 3 were rolled. So that's even worse, which is a catastrophic dimensional incursion. Yeah. So I mean, I think it makes perfect sense that your spike drive reverts back to the driver fails and it reverts back to factory settings, which is spike drive 1 again. So, oh boy. So like your speed, your speed just goes right as you like enter warp space.
What did you do, Benedictus?
Me? I didn't do shit.
It was you who repaired it.
No, it was the dugongs.
The dum-dum.
What? You're the ship's engineer.
Look, y'all didn't want me to get it done. Y'all didn't want me to do it before, so we took it to the dugongs. They wanted to dissect Didi. I said, fuck it, that's why we're here.
Okay, let's do something, Benedictus. Can you go check on the drive? See
Oh, yeah, I can check on the drive.
Capacitor is still there, or what's broken now?
Yeah, but I'm going to need 2 things. I'm going to need an apology because you blamed me. And I'm going to need...
You are in charge.
I'm going to need an apology, and I'm going to need a package of Pop-Tarts.
No. Do your fucking job.
Okay, I'll get the Pop-Tarts when I'm done. And he like walks down into the drive core and he grabs his his goblin wrench and he like powers it up with telekinetic. Don't worry, I'll get it done. Hold on. You just start hearing like crashes and smacks. You probably hear a pipe just break and fall to the floor. Hold on, let me fix it. Hold on, I'll fix it. Oh God. Oh, geez. And then...
That's a lot of fire.
That is a lot of fire in a small amount of time. Oh, God. Wait. Wally, have you been chewing on the cables? Oh wait, no, that's not. That was. Yeah.
I have a question, Eric, about
What's up?
What it says here about the power spike. Does it mean we didn't travel at all? We're still at
No, you have entered. It blows when you enter drill space.
Yeah.
So you are now stuck. Basically, you just merge on the highway, and now you can't go faster than 25 miles an hour. You know? like 30 kilometers an hour.
Our engine just shotgun.
Imagine if a boat caught a full wind of sail, but was still dragging its anchor. Essentially,
you're
okay. So I got an 8 for fix.
Okay, that is enough to get it working again. But what that means? Okay, so here's what this means. You can't start your drill drive, like your spike drive, while you're in the middle of the flux, right? So you're still forced through until you get to polity, right? To go at this slow speed, but when you get out of polity, then you can enter the drill space again at full speed again.
Farrell just uploaded a GIF, which is the perfect synopsis of basically just what happened.
Yep.
It's basically. Actually, you know what? I can probably show it. It's fine. We're all
That's
adults
hilarious.
here. We're all adults here. Yeah, that.
Right.
That basically sums it up.
All right.
So
wait.
Piloting again.
Here's the weird thing. Hold on. So let's talk about how much time this takes.
Yeah, no, this takes an excruciatingly long time.
Oh, this is a really.
So this is the thing. This is how the people die in this game, because there's a good chance that the bionics on this ship will need to enter into stasis, because of how long it's going to take to travel here.
No, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Well, it's mostly like we got to look at our life support supplies and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, you might have to measure that. I think you guys all have like 1 month of supplies, right?
Yeah, I think we have extended supplies on board as well. We could check.
Well, it says here it's gonna take full base time. Mm-hmm. Where is that?
So here's the thing. Normally, like if you were a drive 2 going one space, it would take you 4 days. I think a regular one takes you like 6 days per hex travel.
I can find out for you.
But here's the thing. You're not jumping one space. You're jumping two spaces at the speed of 1, which is really excruciatingly slow. Right.
The base travel time moving between regions is 48 hours. A ship in
that's interpersonal space, buddy.
Yeah.
It's page 110. It's what you're wild.
Yeah, no.
So here's what you want to. So here's what it is, right? The transit time is 6 days per hex travel divided by the spike drill rating. So the problem here is that it's 50% longer because your spike drill rating is you're going 2 hexes, but your spike drive is 1. So it's going to take you twice as long. So it's going to take you 12 days to get to Polite instead of the 6.
Why do I remember it being a lot longer than that? Maybe they changed it for this system.
I think they did change it.
Yeah,
I think they did.
Because I remember it being like fucking like you would jump and then you'd fail and then you'd be like,
Yeah. So one system is able to repair ships stuck in transit for full base time. We're being able to make another pilot check. If the spike drive fails, treat it as though a 3-year-old. Oh yeah. So sorry. Oh wait. Was I supposed to roll to see what system gets disabled?
I don't think so. I think you just ruled out that since we just repaired.
One system disabled until repaired.
Yeah, but it says if the spike drive fails, treat as though a 3 were rolled.
Yeah, I think you do have to roll for the supply.
I believe that's the second spike drive test. It says
you're wondering if it's treated as a drive 1 that fails?
Well, no. The spike drive doesn't go down in it's not like there's 2 spike drives. It's 1 spike drive that's better than all the others. So, yeah, you have to roll to see which actual fitting
system gets
broken.
affected.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Don't break life support, please, Eric.
Yeah, that's the problem. That could be, right? So let's think about this. Well, you have lifeboats, right? You could probably just jump onto those.
Bye, sword.
I'll just go back into my sarcophagus.
All right. So I'm looking at your ship here, and you have what? You have. So let's think of all the different things I could possibly hit, right?
We have automation
what are the systems?
support. We have atmospheric configuration. We have the spike drive. We have lifeboats. We have the boarding tubes. Armory is not. So lifeboats, boarding tubes, and armory aren't powered. So the ones that are powered are automation support and spike drive, and they're the fittings that we have in terms of what's actually on the ship, though.
Right. Sorry, everyone who's watching, being like, "Well, do they know exactly what's going on?" It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
About
So
what
if you
systems.
go to the sort of categories sheet, go to the ship thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 systems plus the defenses and weapons. So I guess that's 10.
Well, no, I mean you don't. None of the ones that need power.
Oh, I could hit the weapons. Yeah, anything with power is probably affected, right?
Yeah. So, for example, the armory can't get fucking destroyed.
Right. So plasma beam 1, plasma beam 2, sand thrower, automation support, spike drive.
And that's
But what about
but life support and all that sort of shit is also in here as well. But I don't see I'm trying to find the page where it has all this stuff. So
yeah. All right, I just want to make sure I don't miss a system then while we're doing that. But,
yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, it's 5, right? 2. So 3 weapons, right? Three separate weapons. We have the or automation support or the spike drive. So you have 5, right?
Yeah.
It's weird that I guess I can't affect your navigation.
No, you should be able to. That's the thing. Like all those sorts of things.
Why can't I hit your consoles?
Exactly right. That's everything that needs to be.
Isn't that the spike drive? Because if the spike drive fails, it says we get the dimensional.
Well, if this was a car, that's like your engine exploding. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking what if your steering wheel comes off? You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. But maybe not. Maybe Kevin Crawford didn't have that.
It's weird what is the thing called? Sorry?
Armory and rooms in the ship aren't systems. D5.
Systems. Okay, systems. 44 to 59. Oh no, that might just be role-playing systems.
All right, well, I think it's going to be these 5 things then, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the piloting console could be a system, but I guess not. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. All right, it's 5 things. So you have a 20% chance of exploding, right? That's all. So I shouldn't roll this, right? So we're in order. You roll a D. I get Derek. You roll a D5 for us. On a 5, it's a spike drive, but otherwise it's weapons, automation support, spike drive, right? In that order.
I don't see a D5 as an option. Can I roll a D10?
Yep. /R D10 or D5.
Okay. /R D5.
Yep. Hey, it's just a plasma beam.
Just a plasma beam.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So systems are just everything with a connection to a drive. So, aka anything that's powered. Cool. Yeah. So it's just one single plasma beam, the weapon that goes out. Oh, that's way better. So then never mind. So your travel time is still 6 days then. Yay. To get to Polity, but your plasma drive is broken. We can honor your fix here to get your plasma drive working again. But now you are on day 21 of 30. So you guys drop out of the flux, probably pretty flustered, pretty angry, but otherwise all in one piece, which is probably pretty thankful. Mm. The flux is dangerous to travel through.
Mm-hmm. It's so buggy to do this faster by travel.
Yeah,
it's every time we do it, there's a chance we die.
Yeah, that's why being in a starship is crazy.
Yeah, And
That
now we
is-
have to make one more jump. So
You are sorry, just very. I shouldn't say just crazy, but just like devil may care. Like you are.
Devil may care.
Yeah. You do another pilot roll for us. 7.
Yeah.
So there's different things you can do with piloting rolls though to change this difficulty class of 7, right?
I don't know. Where is that?
Right.
Yeah,
It's
so-
about like 100 or so, right?
no, it's space travel is spike drill. So the base difficulty is 7. So you can decrease the difficulty by the rudder's less than a month old. The drill distance is okay. So the other one technically should have been an 8, but whatever.
What's the rudder?
That's the map, basically.
No, your rudders are fine. They're less than a year old, but they're not less than a month old.
So basically,
So-
we don't get any bonuses, but
Right.
if
They're
you
7,
get
but
brand
you can
new
make it harder,
maps,
yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah, like you could trim the course and make it be faster and stuff like that.
yeah.
Where is that?
Page
Oh, shit.
111.
Hold on. Iridiman says in chat says you have to roll to escape drill space.
So this is this is
Oh yeah, you're stuck in transit for the full base time before being able to make another pilot check.
Or wasn't
Oh
that-
yeah, so you need to make a pilot check to get out of space.
And if I do it and do it successfully, we get out at Politia.
Yeah.
So this is just to get out of the highway, right?
Yeah, this is to get off the highway.
Okay, I'm rolling.
That's what you needed.
We're back.
Phew, okay.
Material universe.
Back. Yeah, you're back in a polity groove. Good job.
But now I have to roll again, right, to get to Hasabet.
Yeah. So you have used up your fuel to get down here, right? You do get a free complimentary fuel for taking that contract. Do you want to fill up here? I know you also have an auxiliary fuel,
Yeah, we have fuel bunkers.
but if
Yeah.
you want to fill up, that will take a day.
I don't see why not. What do
Yeah.
you think, guys?
I mean, we could get stuck in drive space again and be there forever. So having extra fuel is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we get the refuel.
Yeah.
That's
and
what,
then we get back
5,000?
to hyperspace.
How much was the fueling?
The fuel is free. It's 500, but
Oh.
it's free. It's part of the contract.
Yeah.
Travel. It's factored into travel costs and accepting contracts on your sword network. That's factored in.
Okay. I'm rolling.
Okay.
Good stuff. Didn't die.
Hey, and 9 didn't die.
Didn't die.
We're back in track. Welcome to Hasabet.
So you are now. Let's see here. So that is you traveled 1 hex on a drive 2, so that's 4 days. So you're on 26 out of 30,
Sweet.
and you arrive. You arrive, Hazabet.
Who's our contact on this place?
You're probably here. Ooh, you know what? You don't really have a contact on this place. You just know the warden's name.
So
Really?
So we basically just have to find him. Do we have a dossier on this dude? What he looks like? All that sort
Yeah.
of stuff? Okay.
So you're looking for a warden by the name of Friedhelm. Friedhelm is sort of their leading sales and marketing, like an account executive type person. So not necessarily like a CFO, but sort of like underneath a director of sales. This is the deal closer. And the fact that they went missing here is very peculiar. There's not a lot of cool things going on this planet. Like it's a rather quiet, peaceful place. It would be like if someone went missing in a nice old sleepy town in the middle of nowhere, right? I mean, obviously this is it's a radioactive planet with billions of people on it, but yeah, it's just weird. It's like he missed his flight home, and they're like, what's going on? And then local enforcement, like you probably meet with maybe local enforcement. See what they know.
I like the
that might be
idea
a possibility.
that as we're boarding, I turn to Yekthenas and I'm just like, I put 500 space credits on the fact that he was abducted by a cult, religious cult.
I'll put 500 credits down saying that he was abducted by giant mutants.
I mean, mine's based on historical evidence of Nancy Drew, so
Mine is based off of the hit virtual world Fallout.
I think he ran away to elope with his lover.
And where are you basing this off of?
Hope.
Are there any cults that are not religious?
I mean,
Capitalism?
Got him.
Yeah.
That's not a cult.
No, I meant like trickle down economics.
Yeah, trickle down economics. That's exactly what I was about to say.
oh, you mean
Yeah.
pyramid scheme? Sweet.
Yeah, pyramid schemes too. All that stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't trickle
Cult of
down.
personality. Cult of personality people. Steve Jobs.
It doesn't trickle
Elon
down.
Musk.
The glass at the top just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
All right, Sword. What's your bet? Where are you putting your space bucks?
I already said.
On hope.
He ran away to elope with his lover.
What about you, Sword?
I think that he escaped with valuable property from his government or something.
Embezzlement. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so we got a pool of 2,000 credits, Mr. Eric Vulgaris.
Cool. Yeah. Write that shit down. I will. What is everybody's bets here? I'll write on the Roll20 so everyone can see it. Right.
Yeah. Religious cult, abduction.
Super mutants.
Embezzlement.
Embezzlement and eloping with a lover. So, role-playing games, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do it.
All right. All right. We'll see which one it is today. Cool.
If it's
So
not
I'm gonna have
mine,
you.
I will just be very disappointed.
All right. All right. So you guys get to fly into one of the few active spaceports for kind of looking for like international travel, right, or interspatial travel. So you're flying into the biggest one, which is called the Treaty of Patriots. And it's sort of it looks kind of like an iris-based like hole in the ground, right? So as you guys get close, the iris unfolds. This whole planet sort of used to have life and all, but now it's just kind of almost like a Martian badland type space. So like all of this like dust and stuff starts like falling into this huge hole as the iris unfolds. That's made of maybe like ceramic or porcelain. It kind of looks like the stuff that a space shuttle is kind of made out of, right? Like that sort of like white, like poly concrete material.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like almost like smooth, but it's been roughed by all the sand. So it has that sort of like weird outside kind of texture to it. And as it like opens up, as we see sort of like the engines come down, as you guys go into this huge tube, and like as you guys go down into this tube, you guys get all of these like advertisements and connections as you're coming into this tube that sort of like light up as you guys are coming down. So like through your cockpit and stuff like that, you can see the like the LED screens of all of them coming down in this huge chute. Some of them are like the neon and stuff is kind of like busted, but to the other one, but then like also like in your comms, there's a bunch of advertisements for everything here, like all of the cool little shops that you should go check out and things you should buy here, and all these cool traveler packages. And like, oh, you're a sword, like, oh, sword, like we have special sword deals that you don't want to miss, kind of stuff.
They're the sharpest. They're the
yeah.
sharpest deals you can find.
Yeah.
You can really
Only-
get
yeah.
to the point with our store.
Yeah. Not literal swords, but because you guys are on the sword of Atagaris, they're like, oh yeah, we have a special police benefit, right? Just sign up and join us today, as you guys and you sort of hear not less and less machinery as you guys get closer and closer to sort of like the center, like port destination here. You hear a lot more like bass booms and a lot more just like the sounds of a city underground, as it just and that reverberation, sort of like when you're going to a party and the party is happening about like 3 doors away from you, and so you're going there and you can just kind of feel the energy and hum of a city through even like through the sound shielding and stuff of this place, just that loud reverberation. And then you guys land. It's a breathable atmosphere here, especially underground. I wouldn't recommend doing it above ground, because the air there is radioactive and thin, and you'll probably freeze to death. But not down here. Down here, it's nice. In fact, it's almost like too hot from people underground here. And I think from that, as you guys kind of get off the your ship and going to go talk to law enforcement, we should probably go to our first our break.
Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Party.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, welcome to the Treaty of Patriots, one of the largest sort of cavern cities, but they're all kind of all connected down here in San. The biggest thing that's different than maybe from the rest of the worlds you've been on here, besides this place being entirely underground and super cosmopolitan, is the level of technology here and the upkeep of the technology here. The sort of technology for all of the large public works here looks like it was recently done or redone. It seems that Helix Leviathan has spent a lot of time building up machinery and manufacturing down here to produce these types of great feats of engineering to keep this place alive. You know that prior to that, this place was on the brink of destruction. This whole planet would have been killed, losing billions and billions of people. But it's been saved and upgraded. So you guys are sort of have your chance to explore a vast, open, pretty secular city. But if we want to do, you guys are running a little bit low on time for your job, right? So checking in somehow about your job would be definitely on the books. Like that definitely needs to get done. But other than that, I want to hear what you guys want to do. What's your approach to finding this person?
Sorry,
what do we have on him? What do we have on him? Just his name?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, we can look for, I guess, police reports. Yeah.
What about his species? What species is he?
So here's the interesting part about them. By species. They used to be. So it's not so much the interesting part of their species is that they are formerly they're Chandran, but more importantly, they used to be part of a sword or an AI group, but they were no longer. And since then, they've sort of built themselves up, became a warden of the Panaduolo prisons. And apparently they have a really good sense of meeting with people that they became an account executive. And they're looking about what they could do about the prison situation here on Sand. So and then they just flat out disappeared.
If we're talking about the Chandran, these are the guys who are immune to beam weapons, right?
Yep.
Like they're like crocodile people.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, load up on old school guns.
Unless you have that modded laser gun, don't you? The modded ones work.
Yeah.
How many do we have?
One, because I broke one down.
Yeah.
I put it on my mag pistol.
Mm-hmm. I think Benny is going to start looking for digital signatures. Like, he obviously has to sign in and sign out when he goes to work.
Right.
He probably uses some kind of electronic key codes and stuff, or cards and stuff. Benny's going to start looking for irregularities in that, and see who signed in, who signed out, who signed in and wasn't at work that day, but still was able to sign in.
What do we know about Chandran biology?
They're
They're
really,
like
really quiet.
crocodiles.
Okay, but are they fucking slave to their whims?
They communicate with pheromones a lot.
Yep.
What I'm saying, Eric, is does this creature like to drink? Does it like to fornicate? That sort of stuff. Like if it was a spaceman and you lived inside of a cave and you were running away from your previous life, what vices would you turn to if you were a Chandran?
Right. So you think they're a runner? I don't know. What's your guess?
I mean, I was previously watching a documentary about crocodiles. That was just a nice. That was unintentional. So what did I learn from this documentary of Chandrans that I was watching?
All right. I think you need to make a roll here, like a culture roll.
Like a no?
Yeah. This isn't too hard, and give yourself a +1 because of your familiarity with Chandrans.
Okay. What?
It's hold on though. It's less. I mean, is it like it's probably like no charisma?
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure.
Or no charisma or connect intelligence. Because connecting is also kind of like that, like ambassadorship foreign culture stuff. And so like an intelligence-based connection could be very much like that.
I'll go with a no.
Okay, sure.
Because they're both the same roll. A 6.
That's exactly what you needed. Cool. I was gonna say, okay. So, you tell me what is their vice that that crocodile wants?
Okay, I think they like to partake in a particular smoke. I like that. I really like the idea of a crocodile smoking like a fucking what do they call it?
Cigar?
Ganja?
No, the what are the Indian things where they're like
Hookah?
a hookah?
Hookah?
Yeah.
That's I thought that was Middle Eastern.
Well, you know,
Like Mediterranean.
yeah. But when I think of that, I think of like the Arabian stuff. But you know, anyway, hookah.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's like some sort of weird like space hookah that's like from a swampland or something like that they need to smoke and.
Yeah. Kika, what's it called? What's the name of the space hookah?
Fuck.
Tobacco.
Putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I am.
Wacky tobacco.
Wacky tobacco.
Shelvirai.
Yeah, how do you spell that? That's awesome, though.
It's got 7 umlauts in it, you know,
Yeah.
Umlaut.
with an S.
Shelvirai.
Shelvirai.
Shall.
Get your vera.
He smokes the shally.
Yeah, you can call it chalet if you
I love
want.
the idea that also like you buy it and it comes in like the Minister of Surgery's health warning on it, and it like it has like it shows like Shivians like with like rotted mouths and all that sort of stuff. And like babies born without like an eye or something. You know how they do that with cigarette boxes now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. So that's fine. But okay, the free stay of the Treaty of Patriots. They totally have all the different types of hookah. And yeah, the most important one, the one that you think that someone from Poye would love would be Shavirai, which I totally butchered.
So I guess
now you got to find a place that has that on tap. So what are you gonna do?
Well, I would like to maybe instead of just going bar hopping or whatever, right? I think the best option is to find a street urchin.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Street urchins got all the hookups, man. They know where to go, right? So, or I'll go down to like a kid. Do we have like actual physical currency?
No.
Cashless society.
Yeah. So maybe
you would go up to this kid.
Yeah.
And Benny pulls out a foil wrapped packages of Pop-Tarts.
I slap him in the back of the head. No.
Hold up. Hold up.
Stop taking my shit, you fucking goblin.
Look.
You're the worst roommate.
Here. I said I was going to take a package after I fixed the drive.
I said no to that, you stupid fucking short green piece of space.
I mean, yeah, you may have said no, and he opens it and he cracks off like a piece. But we need something to bribe the kid with.
It's called money, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but then we don't have to give him money. We give him Pop-Tarts.
That's worth more than money.
They don't make those anymore.
Exactly. What's wrong with you?
Well, I could... Dick Dennis could bioengineer a couple Pop-Tarts.
It's not the same, idiot.
Don't they taste the same if you like replicate them?
It's not
like
the point.
On a mass
One's from Earth, the other one comes from a thing that regenerates it out of a goop barrel. No one's cleaned the goop nozzle in months. Okay.
It still tastes like durian.
To be fair, that was your job, Logan.
I like the durian flavored Pop-Tarts.
Why did I ever leave my planet?
I don't know. Why did you ever leave your planet?
I thought you said it was to, quote, bang space chicks.
Look, I was thinking more like, Total Recall 3 boob style, but it's been very much like insects with no boobs up here.
Everywhere.
Just everywhere.
Like yes.
7
that
eyes.
What we mostly are out here.
Yeah. Just not what a... And now I have a goblin eating my fucking Pop-Tarts. So, like...
Why do we not give the child durian Pop-Tarts from the replicator?
My point exactly. Meanwhile, the kid has walked away.
This is like on the ship. Yeah, your guys' stellar plans for ingratiating yourselves into society.
Yeah.
There is one thing I want to do, Eric. I don't know if we have to in land before I do it. But if we have access to their internet or whatever it's equivalent is,
you absolutely do.
I would like to do a big data analytics and cross-reference everything databases to try to see if I can find matches for this guy's name.
Oh yeah, sure. So the big thing that you're going to pick up is that you're going to know that he scored recently a big deal with Panaduolo. There was a mission recently that actually his name comes up and reminds you of. He was pioneering setting slaves or these prison. I'm sorry, they're not slaves. They're prisoners with jobs. To quote Thor Ragnarok, to the gas giant. This is the person behind that. They were doing a great job, basically just expanding the prisons and what they can do for space prisoners, and sort of in terms of the labor markets. So that his name's coming up on a lot of he doesn't really get a lot of press, but their name is sort of he's always on the councils for all of the decision makings their names always sort of are around and floated around. Like, this person is deliberately trying to stay out of the spotlight as far as credit goes, but you can see that his machinations are all abound.
So he's like an activist, right?
Yeah, but like the reverse of an activist.
Would you say
Like someone
a
who's
cultivist, maybe, then, Eric Voulgaris?
No, I mean, they're an activist in terms of pursuing. They're an activist of a cause that is to further
religious
the
in
expanse
nature.
of prisons.
Prison
mutant
religion.
activist?
No, not a prisoner activist. The opposite, an incarceration activist. Being like, wow,
An
look what penal
enthusiast.
labor can.
An enthusiast
Right.
of incarceration,
So
you could say.
yeah, but Derek, without a role though, you can't find. You have to do some analysis and like trend analysis here to figure out who they would likely talk to on this planet.
Or some likely places where we could maybe find him. Yeah. I want to do that.
Totally.
Is this program?
No.
Then what is it?
It's probably no.
No.
Yeah. Or connect intelligence.
Okay, connect intelligence. Anyone want to help me? Cross-referencing?
I'm talking to a small child right now.
Okay, Benedictus,
Benny is
can you help
going
me?
through the log files of the prison. So I guess that I guess that would match up with what you're doing. So yeah.
I just need you to cross-reference. There's like 2 billion entries here. I'm gonna print them for you.
You're gonna do what?
Print
gonna-
them for you.
Why? What?
You can cross-reference them. I'll just put it on your desk.
When did we get a fucking printer?
Dude,
Like,
It's in the cabinet.
we have a mass replicator which you
whoa, hold up.
He
hold
3D
up.
prints the paper using the same nozzle that makes the fucking Pop-Tarts.
I just
If you
wait.
make it, it tastes like durian.
Takes the paper and with his like toad-like tongue, he goes,
the paper tastes weird.
Yeah. Good news, I help. Bad news, it tastes like durian.
Clean the fucking nozzle, ladies and gentlemen. Just clean it. Just takes 2 seconds, all right? You can run it under a tap. It's fine.
Meanwhile,
get-
Dennis has been putting the durian flavor in it every time someone cleans it.
hold up. he takes the like the list that you print out. He crumples it and he like opens his mouth and starts chewing it. This is a good list. Oh shit! I was supposed to cross-analyze that.
Spit it out.
And he kind of like uncrumples it and he starts like looking at it. And I guess that would be to cross-reference
You can make
something. Would that be
anything.
no?
Yeah, you can do any role you want as long as it like helps in narrative way to the role. So.
I think he's gonna program. He's gonna be like, "Why the fuck are we using printer things?" And he's going to type it all up on the computer, and then he's gonna cross-reference
You
that
data entry it.
with I data
Make an
entry it,
Excel
and
sheet.
then take it. I cross-reference that with all the logs that I'm looking through as well to see if any of them match up. And I'm rolling a 9. Wait, no, a 4.
The exact opposite of the scale.
Yeah, you do a really fast job at it, and considering it's covered in your own vomit, you do an okay job. You probably got a couple things wrong, but sure, it's probably fine, right?
Probably.
Is this supposed to be Daniel or Deluni?
Okay.
I think it might be Deluni. Yeah, that's gonna be. He like crumples it up and shoves it in his mouth.
Derek, if you accept Benny's help here, I'd be willing to say that Benny's program, an Excel sheet, works and would help. You can constitute help with a +1, but the problem is that the difficulty class has also been raised by 1 if you accept it.
Do I know the class?
Because the names are now all like you have to do extra work to like reverse engineer it, like the list.
It's like when you take...
it lets you do pivot tables and cool shit that you probably wouldn't have been able to do. But the problem here is that it's also more difficult because things are transcribed or like
it's like trying to take an XML file into Notepad and then take that Notepad file and put it into CSV, and you're just like, it works, but then it's all broken.
Can I help by checking his work?
Yeah.
Oh, check my work. So I'm gonna take my spreadsheet to Euctennis. I need you to check my work. I mean, I know it's gonna fucking work because I fucking did it, and I'm fucking badass.
I just need to translate it into human, correct?
Yeah. I dot the I's, cross the T's, turn the plus sign sideways so they make an X.
I mean, you have to translate into Chandran, I guess, but maybe it might be better that you might be working in Sayonese. I'm not sure.
I write it in Zyamedian because I was like, I don't know. I you know what? I'm just gonna write it all in Goblin. There we go.
It's short. It's shorthand.
Because Zyamedian's basically thieves can't.
I love the idea that Goblin is basically just like ineligible cursive.
It's doctor script.
Goblin is the programming thieves can't. Like you speak in program code, but it's like the thieves can't.
I once knew a programmer who now works for Blizzard on their BattleNet backend, right? And he's a really good programmer, except he has selective spelling issues where like he'll spell something wrong, but it will be consistently wrong. So like, he'll spell like weather wrong, but it would be his spelling of weather, right? So he will program that into things. And then it's just like, mate, that's wrong. And he'd be like, no, it's fine.
Well, that's what I was talking about, because anybody who reads that is like, wait, I know who programmed this.
Yeah.
Because that one word is consistently misspelled.
Or to fix it, you just find replace, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
And then what I hand to Logan is in basic.
I'm talking to this cool backwards cap wearing fucking alligator child.
Did you give him the pop?
Whatever, old man. Give me the Pop-Tart. But no, Derek, do you accept my bargain? Do you accept my bargain, or do you not want the help?
Yes, I do.
The difficulty class here is 8. All right. Okay. So now the difficulty class is 9, but you get a +1.
But am I helping?
Are you helping?
I thought I was helping by checking his work.
Oh, you are. Okay. All right. Stand by, Derek. I didn't know you're getting extra help too. I thought only 2 people can help at most, right?
I don't know.
Or only 1 person?
No. As many people can help. No. As many people as you want can help. However, you can only receive positive help once. So anyone can test, but you can only ever get a +1.
Okay, so you've already got the positive help for this roll.
Does that count as positive help?
Yes, it does.
Though?
Yeah,
okay.
You're getting a +1 for the help, but it raises by difficulty. Well, yeah. I mean, it's positive help. It's also negative help. It's double-edged help. Okay.
Okay.
My help raised the difficulty.
Oh my God, Derek! You god!
Fucking smashed it.
God.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Benedictus, I just had to
fix all your mistakes.
There was no mistakes.
It was good.
Who names their kid the Looney? Who names their kid the Looney? I just don't understand. All right. Well, you know what? Because it worked, I'm going to go get myself some super special Pop-Tarts. I'll just don't tell Logan.
So the secret is that he spelled the name we were looking for as Deloney consistently in all the spreadsheet. So that's what I had to fix.
Hey, it's not my fault. I asked you, was this Daniel Deloney? You didn't say anything, so I put Deloney.
Yeah.
And what did we find out?
We got his picture. I just posted it. That's what we got from it. That's what he looks like.
Holy shit. We're looking. Oh my goodness.
Where is that picture?
That is on his passport.
Sir, please stop smiling. I can't help it.
This
Can't
is
help
how my face is.
this is my face.
He has a very special case of like red-green colorblind that he has to wear rose-tinted glasses just to correct.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Sorry, Eric. Please continue. I'll stop trolling.
Nah, you're good. You're good. That's really funny. Okay, so, Derek, what questions were you looking for to answer with your successful roll here? I'll give you like 2 questions that you can answer based on the data.
I was specifically looking for likely places where he's been hanging out lately. Probably.
Sure.
And people he's been meeting frequently.
Oh, okay. So basically, a social media account and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what they're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
things that even if we can't find him, we could still find another person that could, or is where they might know him.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Okay. Cool. So you find that he definitely loves the hookah.
Hell yeah.
But there are a few places that come up. One of them is called Solutions. The other one's called Arcane. And the other one's called Eldritch. Apparently they have a lot of like, alchemy, magical kind of names, vibes for hookah places. They're not very original. Apparently there's like one major brand of this, and then everyone's trying to copycat them.
I love the idea as well that you've found out this information, and in the background you can hear Logan talking to this like small alligator kid with the backwards baseball cap, as I mentioned before. And I'm just like, so where do your adult types go to hit the hookah? And then he'll be like, I don't know, have you heard of Solutions? And I'm like, look, I do want Solutions, kid, but you got to tell me where they're going. I paid you already. And he's like, it's just a solution. He's like, I know it's a solution. All right? I need to know where they go to smoke the hookah. And he's like, are you stupid old man? It's solution. He's like, the fuck is this kid?
Benny appears right next to him, just like eating more Pop-Tarts. I think that's actually a place, Logan. Solutions.
I can't hear you because of all the Pop-Tart in your mouth that you took from me. Stop doing that.
And he like looks at you and he points to the giant billboard that says Solutions.
Oh, don't you start this shit too.
Okay. So that's one question, Derek. And the other question was, who is he hanging out with?
Yeah.
All right.
Or it could be also enemies or things like that.
Yeah. All right. So here's what you know about his close associations that you find. You find that, he is definitely he's quiet on social media and or protective about what you can find about him online. Like he's covering his tracks, or recently, or your best information is that he's either deliberately covering up his tracks, or he's recently been like pruning his profiles and like deleting things or changing the security settings that normal people like. He's a little bit paranoid.
Just use the Wayback Machine. Let's find out what he's actually.
Yeah.
That does not exist here for this stuff.
Or we could use some phishing. Get his password.
Well, in fact, he's used. You find evidence that he's definitely used ties with the prison, like his company, to make sure that people can't find information about him. Like you see, like links back to being like, like anytime you do try to do Wayback Machines and stuff like that, it's like this is under protection based on prison tech system protection stuff, right? Like he's been using some sort of like software for it that the prisons.
So, can I make the roll on checking the database of the prison to see the comings and goings, the logs and stuff?
The visitor's log.
Well, it basically
There's-
anything that requires a key card to get in or out, like his office, just use that and see if you can cross
wouldn't-
reference.
That wouldn't be here. That would be in Polity. That stuff's all stored locally on Panaduelo.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because like that's all like secret corporate prison stuff. They don't want you to be able to access that stuff in another system.
Would I be able to hack it, or would I have to be in polity?
You'd have to be in Polity.
Okay, never mind.
Now we could do a quick flashback of you doing it while you're like getting refueled.
Oh yeah, because we had to go through it. Okay, I would like to invoke a flashback.
Okay, that makes sense.
I will roll this, and I got a 7.
Okay. So typically to hack into stuff like that, it's an 8.
Mhm.
All right. So let's say for fun. Okay. Phew. You do not get in, and to harken back to the start of this episode, you're following a track of another trace going to Husabet this time, alerting that someone's snooping around.
Well, we're just gonna close this this laptop right here. I'm gonna slip it.
Do you want to
in here.
stop this? Do you want to stop the trace?
Oh yeah, I'll try to stop it if I can.
Yeah. We gotta act fast.
Okay, let's see if we can.
This is also tricky. This is an 8.
Let's see if we can wall it off. Nope.
Oh.
All right,
Nope.
I love the idea that Logan is sitting in his chair. He's watching the download ticker go from like 98
99, 1%.
back to 0. And he's like, fuck.
How's this? Who writes this shit? I hate.
Benedictus. Where's
Why
the
was
burger?
me? He closes the laptop and he shoves it behind one of the panels, and he.
All right.
Okay, nobody will ever find that, and nobody will
I love the
ever
idea that I've
find
got
out
like
what
a
I did.
broom as well for when I yell at you and you crawl into the air vents, and I'm just like, just banging the fucking air vents to try and get you to come out.
I teleport like right next to you, and I like tap on you. You swing, and I teleport back into the air vent.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are unable to stop the alert going that flies on the next thing, the next little like FTL messenger droid to Husabet. So here's what you basically what you would know based on like the alert and where it's going. Either someone else is going to be trying to track down this person, and they know that you're snooping around, and they're going to be advancing their thing. Maybe this was to them, and now they know that someone has been snooping around them themselves, and they're going to go to ground. It's going to be harder for them to find them, or something like that, right? Like basically, the other machinations of this adventure have progressed, right? Obviously, you as a character don't know that, but like as a player, you know that something's bad's happening because of this, right? You're like, oh shit, someone found out. Here's my question though: do you let the other crew know?
Oh, that I let it. No, Benny's
Yeah,
like
that's what I was wondering.
Benny's like he closes and he hides the machine that he did that on, like somewhere nobody will find it. So nobody will ever know that I fucked up. There we go. There will be no kinds of repercussions in the future. I'm just lying to myself to make myself feel better. I'm gonna go eat a Pop-Tart. Walks off screen.
Awesome. Okay. So we know that his social media has been being curated. It's being locked down without anything about his most recent outings, which is very suspicious. But you do know that he is fond of hookah, and you have figured out that it is most likely one of the many different solutions bars here around the Treaty of Patriots, assuming they're still in the Treaty of Patriots and not moved off to another treaty city.
I got 99 problems, but a solution ain't one.
All right. So, is there a
What do you
way
do?
that we can like canvas these places?
Totally.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
I mean, so maybe this is a good chance for another, like maybe like I don't know if Kika is, if your race or alien race has any sort of like prowess in like finding or people with tracking or whatever, like scent or whatever.
Dennis pulls out a knife.
I can track their footprints.
After I slice their tendons.
So, I mean, my idea would just be to look at things because, you know, it's not like I can bloodhound my way through this. But, Kiki, if you had any ideas of something like that.
Oh. We could create.
Is your name Kika?
Got him.
My race is very good with trivia.
You asked.
So one of the hookah
3
bars
questions.
is having a trivia competition. Ichthines is pulling ahead, and Benny slinks back into the back office, and he looks at receipts for the past couple weeks to see if any of them uses any of the known aliases that the warden uses. Unless it's like totally not something kind of scandalous, and then you just look for any payments going to his account.
So why do we think this person does trivia? That's just your skill.
No, that's just a skill.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess canvassing, right? So, so like a maybe a sneak, or
You need to go into cover.
Yeah, you're probably sneaking around because you're trying to do this inconspicuously, right?
yeah, obviously, like if he's
Before
in
he goes
here,
undercover.
exactly,
Before
like
he sneaks. Yes.
we don't want him.
I grab you.
ghosting.
I grab. Ichthines grabs Logan
Yep.
and like just in 2 of her arms.
I'm just
It's
like, I mean, I didn't think we were this close, but
They're
need
gonna
a disguise.
bone. Oh, they're not.
because of the
bone.
pink skin, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, I got this. Benny breaks open a Pop-Tart, takes some of the filling, and he starts smashing it against.
She slaps it out of
Logan's
your
face.
hands.
Wait, hold on.
No. No. Go to your room.
What did you have in mind?
This
I'm
is my
400
thing.
years old. You can't tell me. You can't send me to my room.
Go to your room.
You're
Go
not the.
to your room.
Fine, I'm
Go
going to my
to
room
your
because
room.
I need to fix something. Not because you told me to. And he like blinks out.
What did
And
you
as
have
you
in
know,
mind?
Ichthines has a background in fashion.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you do.
Gosh.
You are a weaver, right?
Like an actual fashion designer.
Can you
Yeah.
make me look like an alligator, Eucthinus?
I can make you look like the best looking alligator on the planet.
I can make you look like 2 alligators.
Goddamn! All right, I'm in. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
Okay. I'm rolling work on this.
Yeah, I mean, you can't look like a Chandran, but you can dress the part. That's
9.
more than enough.
I can look
9
like
is
a
fantastic.
half breed of a Chandran, maybe.
Yeah, or you look like you can run in Chandran circles the way
Yeah.
you're dressed.
Hello,
but
fellow
you're not- you're-
Chandrans. How's those
Yeah,
local
how do
sports
you do?
teams? Got
Yeah.
any marijuanas lately? Got it.
Got him. Exactly.
Sweet. Goddamn. So
yeah, so you're a punk Chandran. So I described previously how Chandrans are very like conservatively dressed. They're very, very, very religious, right? Not the ones here. This is sort of like the expats, the ones that don't really fit in. Sort of like the more free thinking groups. So
I was about to be
they're
offended, but then you said free thinking, and I was like, okay, my man. I like it. Thank you for that cover up. Okay, so what, like, am I less expatty or more, or like?
No, you're the right amount of like, you're tastefully
Tastefully expatty.
Yeah. Yeah, you're running that line of being like, oh, are they a little scandalous? Or like you could like run in a normal Chandran circle and be like, I mean, yeah, you're a little like, you're trying to like break the barriers, aren't you? But then on the other side,
are revealed.
yeah, only one, only half of one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you are with a 9. It is the right amount of clothing.
Fantastic.
So it's the
And
mullet
the right
of clothes.
amount of not clothing.
It's the mullet of clothes.
every renegade Chandran has a mullet.
Party
so
up front.
Ergo,
Party out the back, business up front. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do a
If you have a
sneak.
tie,
Oh shit! It's
and
got like
nothing else.
other Chandran faces on it. It's great. Okay, sneak attack. Would you say that constitutes a modifier bonus?
It's like-
Virgos.
it's definitely a +1
Yeah.
for having the right clothes.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is your sort of stealth discreet going to the different various Chandran hookah bars. Expect Chandran hookah bars stalking around. Holy shit. You're the best.
God damn.
Yeah. You find the one that... So you find some good news and bad news offhand, and then you can ask me a question to follow up as you are sort of doing this, like, down low reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Right? So you find the one that he formally goes to. And I say
Okay.
formally because he hasn't been around here in a while. You do know that he's been hanging out. You do get some names of the people he's been hanging out with. Specifically, you find the names of a trio of aliens that are actually plants that also smoke hookah a lot.
It's like cannibalism in some way, right?
Yeah, in a way, I guess they don't,
I don't
but they're
know.
really chill.
we eat other mammals.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. All right, fine. Logic prevails.
And so they're the last of their kind, and they're colloquially known around here as the berries.
The bear. Okay.
Yeah, and
'Cause
so
they're
he's
all
been
named
smoking.
Barry.
Yeah, Berry. Yeah, and so they go, like, you just like, oh yeah, they've been hanging out with the berries.
Okay. Sweet. So I'm gonna saddle up to their little hookah stand. Sit down.
The berries aren't here, and they're not here. Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
continue.
All right. Can I do a what's the one I'm looking for here? Talk charisma. Is
Well,
that
before you tell me what you want to mechanically do, what
Yeah.
do you want? What do you intend to do here? Like, what's this look like?
well? I would like to maybe potentially find out if maybe someone overheard what they might have been talking about last time they were here.
Oh yeah.
So that, maybe they're up to, these berries sound like very bad people,
Oh yeah. So remember, I told you have one free question before you have to like make a roll or do anything else, right?
Uh-huh.
With your sneaking around like that because you rolled so well.
Yeah.
Do you want to use your question on this?
Sure, yeah. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
like
Right.
my question, I guess, to put it in a formal term would be, like, what is their, like, why were they talking to each other? Like, why were they hanging out with each other?
Right. Okay. Why were they hanging out? The berries they have some sort of business plan or something. They're putting together a big old plan, and they need help from the penal colony. And it's not above board, but it's very lucrative.
So you mean the penal colony on Polatai?
Yeah, they're basically some sort of thing with prisoners and expanding sort of like the Panadualos in the Palatai's system, like that prison network down here, and apparently the berries have some sort of plan with that.
I like the idea that the guy that I'm asking about is this. I'm just like, sounds kind of culty, doesn't it?
Sounds kind of super mutiny to me.
Yeah.
You could say that it's almost religious in nature what they're attempting to do, right?
You could also
No.
say that it's kind of super mutiny.
I don't know your kind. Are you very? I'm sorry. Did I offend you? Are you very religious?
I just
Yes,
sort
he
of
is.
look around. I was like, extremely.
Oh, sorry. What do you worship? or who, or I'm not sure if that's even the right question. Forgive me.
Go with math.
I am trying to be as reverent
Math
as
is always
possible.
safe.
I inspire to be like the holy religious saint, Mr. Hasselhoff.
I mean, they just look at you and just shrug, right? They're like, okay, cool.
Allow me to
Yeah.
inform you of some of his great deeds. He once drove a car that talked to him. And he could
He is
kick really, really hard.
He is a true survivor.
Ah.
His watch never ended.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could say. He's protecting the boundaries of our space from unwanted swimmers. Will you be like the Hasselhoff and save people? Or you be like the floating debris of human life that he has to save himself? Think about that.
Look, thanks. Yeah. Are you gonna pay for this hookah or what, buddy? Yeah, cool. So that's the answer. He just rolls his eyes. Okay, I think that's probably seen.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to say they're a cult or anything like that because that's just a weird question to answer.
Damn it.
What do you do?
Well, I guess we have a lead on the berries, right? So we need to find out what exactly, like maybe this whole plan of, it sounds like they're looking for particular people from this penal colony, right? Or someone who can get them in for whatever reason.
Yeah.
My first impression is that they're looking to break someone out of it because there's not a lot of money to be made inside of a prison unless you're smuggling things in. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I could take the berries and kind of like go and see if I can find any kind of information on them on the deep dark, as well as seeing if they got any bank accounts that I could smash through.
Whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't involve my Pop-Tarts.
Well, Pop-Tarts are all gone. Okay, I'm going to go find information on the berries. I'll catch you later. And he like scurries away and then teleports.
You know, I don't even really like the Pop-Tarts too much. It's mostly just, I hate the fact that he does. You know?
Are you talking to Euthanis?
I'm just talking to like maybe both of them that are just standing there, but not directing it at anyone. Just sort of just like, yeah. And now that they're gone, I'm not sure what I can hold over to him anymore.
This is
We
why
have
I
a
do not share my
replicator.
culture with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You have a replicator. I mean, if you don't even like them that much, do you even tell the difference?
The fact is that I don't even know what the fact of the matter is anymore. But what do you guys think? Should we be looking for twigs and berries? Like, where do you want to start?
I say we go down there, visit one of those bars we dug up, ask as hookah enthusiasts, and try to see if we can find him.
We just did that though.
Like wait around and try to find a tail them and like meet them in the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like go down.
And then we'll cut their legs off.
Break their twigs.
That's one way of doing it.
So the other thing is we could potentially ask the law enforcement if they've had any encounters with the Berry Bros.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't sound
Nice.
like the type of people that make get-rich-quick schemes out of, thin air. And this is the first time they've done it. They sound like professionals, especially if they manage to find a person who's hiding away,
Mhm.
What were you
Sounds
saying?
like
Dennis?
Oswego is trying to spread capitalism again.
Oh man.
I can query law enforcement.
Okay. I'm not taking this costume off, by the way. I look great.
You look perfect.
I mean, I got this alligator smile going on. It's amazing.
Do not be afraid to give people my card if they ask about your outfit.
That would be incredibly racist, though, right? If they did.
I do not think so.
Maybe I shouldn't have screamed at that man then.
You probably should not have.
All right. So we've got 2 rolls to make, right?
Yep, I'm gonna roll to see if I can find out any information on the intranet or the extranet, as well to see if they have any bank accounts that I could make some noise in to draw them out of hiding. I got a 6.
God damn, you've been rolling super bad today.
You have been rolling extremely bad. The reason you don't get very far is that you see that his finances have been placed in a sort of holding account to some sort of company. And the company, I'll just copy and paste it. It's pronounced Yixmimith.
Yixthinez, why are you holding all of the Barry's finances in some kind of holding account?
Because I'm very smart.
Yeah, but why? Why? You have all their money and you didn't tell us?
What are you talking about?
No, he says Yixthinez, it's all owned. It's all in like this holding account, owned by a company called Yixthinez.
I'm going to take a look at this. Does this look familiar to me? Is this like a Chivasian thing?
Oh, no. Well, it's a Chivasian word.
What does it
but
mean?
It's it literally means holding, like to hold in one's hands. Like a charity, like it's the name of a charity.
Oh. Well, this is interesting.
Will our team steal from a charity? Find out very soon.
Yeah, we'll go fucking steal from that charity. Fuck it. I want all that money.
So,
respectfully, of course, he looks at Yixthinez.
So,
why would we take the money? We need to find the person.
Yeah, but if we take the money, we draw them out of hiding.
Blackmail them.
Do we?
It's like me taking one of Logan's Pop-Tarts. If Logan was hiding in his room and then he noticed that I took one of his Pop-Tarts, he would come out of hiding to yell at me and swat me with a broom.
Starting to think that you get off on him being mean to you.
Oh, you should see what they've done to their planet. I don't know. I feel like we're bonding a little bit. Every time he swats me with the broom handle, every time he tries to put me inside a pressure cooker, every time he drops a record cabinet on my head, it brings us a little bit closer together. And then I eat one of his Pop-Tarts, and then the cycle repeats itself. But now there's no more Pop-Tarts, and now we won't bond. And then that bond will shrivel and die, and then we'll just become 2 people who work with each other. And then I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, Logan?" And he's like, "Hey, what's up, Benny?" And then there won't be that spark between us, the one that allows him to take the broom handle and try to swat at me, in which he ultimately knows that I'm just going to teleport, to the other side. And it's the principle of the thing. We need to get more Pop-Tarts, and that's why we need the money.
I'm starting to believe that you have a romantic feelings for Logan, which you cannot express in any way that he can fully process because you're a non-sexual race.
So that's like a trans.
And then I just leave.
That's a trans-species, non-sexual, non-consensual love.
Damn.
So
I'm gonna
for-
write this.
He's got a bro boner for me. I had no idea.
But I don't have a
Broner?
bone to be a boner.
Broner.
A broner. I got a massive broner.
All right, so Derek, you were gonna make a roll about tracking someone or something?
I only said I could query the law enforcement, and I was thinking that we could poke our sword qualifications and just ask law enforcement. Like I guess they would comply, no, Eric? Because it's like, hey, this is sword level, whatever.
I mean, this is sword territory, and like as far as I am aware, the Solar repaired this place, and we work for the Solar, right? So
yeah. So I think they would comply, but if they are looking, I mean, whoever we're looking, they might know that we are cross-referencing them.
Yeah. They already know that. They already know that with the good old thanks to Zippy.
yeah,
Last roll. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll just make a phone.
Not that roll, but previously. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah.
I will open a communication channel with the law enforcement AI and ask it about these personalities.
Yeah. So the AI has to get clearance, but that only takes a couple seconds. And before you know it, the database is sent your way. But upon cursory analysis, it doesn't look like it's complete, or it looks like there are some things that are either like redacted or changed.
Redacted.
It
Oh,
looks
no.
like they erased some of the entries from the law enforcement database, which is a lot of information in itself.
No, the AI tells you that like it gives you the list of all those things that are changed, and all those things have been changed by people on the force. It's not like they hacked into it.
That's
Or
not
if they
good.
did, they hacked it. They hacked it and they spoofed the names of everybody doing it. Right?
I don't like that.
What could it be?
Yeah.
Could
This
it be
could
that they
imply,
have-
it could imply dirty cops. It could imply
Yeah.
they were hacked and compromised and they don't know. Right? It's how how do you approach this subject when you realize, oh, this isn't how it should be. Oh, these people might be on the inside, or like, oh, these people don't know that this happened. Right?
So I
They're
say
innocent or
this
guilty.
while we're in the cockpit. The law enforcement database appears to be edited, but it was not hacked. It was edited from the inside. This would mean that someone broke into the police station to edit, or there might be a corrupt cop, or the law enforcement AI is corrupt in itself.
Yeah, I think we best not involve official. Not get too involved in the official ways, because I feel like we're just going to get bogged down in red tape and stuff like that. I feel like we need to be more agile. And
we gotta bust down the walls of perpetuity, right? No? Or what are we busting down?
I think what we should do is use this amazing disguise that I have, Chom Chom, and basically try and worm our way into the underworld a little bit and see if we can get involved with this deal.
Oh yeah, I can. You know what?
Can
what I
you
could do?
falsify me some documents to say that I was also a part of this penal colony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I have the perfect. I have the perfect reason why you were on a penal colony.
And you know
okay?
what, Sword?
Ready?
You can also jump into one of these types of bodies as well and come along.
Okay, so you forcibly terraformed an entire planet, changing its entire make and structure and stuff, but you did it to totally wipe out all life on a single planet. That gets you street cred. That makes you a badass. That is what makes people
Well,
want
no,
to
they're
talk
clearly
to
looking
you.
for people who have an inside method of getting into this prison colony. So
Okay, fine. I'll just make you I don't know, racketeering, mob work.
no, I need to be a
I'll turn you
security
into-
guard or something like that.
Oh, I thought you. Fine. All right, Joe Dirt. And he like
Perhaps
types you
a
up credentials.
manager of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, we'll make the sword body the manager. You know, he can get into the places with the computer and the blips and the bloops and interface
The
with it.
bleeps, the creeps, and the sweeps.
Yes, exactly. You are on my wavelength.
And then we need
So I
to
hope
somehow
not.
expose ourselves as some dirty individuals looking to make some cashola on our former experiences.
As I set up these bank accounts for their new personalities, I take some of our own funds and drop like a couple thousand creds in each of them.
A couple thousand creds was the cost to repair your spike drive. That's how much money you're spending right now.
Oh well, no, it's just it's moving funds to make it look like they're getting a bribe.
Oh, you're just making it look that way.
I'm making them look like they're dirty and they're taking money.
Use the pool money.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, like, sure, but like, you know the consequences of doing this, right?
They steal our money. All right, let's see.
Yeah, like that's the least of your worries. Like,
Yep.
you literally fucking boxcard it. You made it so obvious. Ugh. Zippy.
Look, okay, things were a little bit different when
All right.
when I was doing this stuff.
I'd like to invoke that argument we had like a few months ago that Roll20 sometimes purposefully fucks someone or one team. What are the odds?
You've rolled 2 1s this session, right, Zippy?
I mean, he rolled a 5 and then rolled a. He rolled a 2 and a 5.
A 1
He
and
rolled
a 2. A 1 and a 2.
a 6. I mean, you're rolling 2d6. That's not like uncommon. It's just unlucky that you get. All right, so here's a problem. Like, this was literally to set up a bribe, right? And like make people look dirty, and you completely botched it. This is not going to look good for you. It's not going to look good for the ship. It's not going to look good for the mission. That money's gone. First off, right? So money's gone. So you just lost 5,000 credits.
All right. I will put this in the other column. Thank you very much.
You have a high priority message coming in from the AI law enforcement computer asking, what are you doing? And then you also have a high priority mission call, or you're about to get a high priority call as soon as the message gets back to Helix Leviathan about what the fuck did you just do here? So that's sort of the problem that you're going to be dealing with. So let's take this one at a time. So the money's gone. And it's very obvious that whoever was been watching this, the AI machine, everybody knows that this was set up. There was some silver lining. You do know that there was definitely some sort of corruption on the inside, because as soon as this happens, a lot of some money starts getting moved around, but it's too late for you to see what's happening because you get immediately locked out as you realize things are getting moved on, as you are getting locked out by the AI law enforcement machine. As it's based, and you see some messages go across like the police scanners and stuff like that, talking about there's been interference in our network and we're going to have to verify everything for today. So just as far as money transaction goes and stuff like that, they talk about that there has been an interference by a sword status machine. So now they have to talk to Helix Leviathan.
But doesn't that confirm that it is the AI who is in on it? It's working for the bad guys, the AI.
It's possible. Or the AI is just trying to fix what you guys just messed up, right? It could be that the AI is there's not enough. Basically, what I'm saying is that is not enough information to tell you that the AI is whether it's corrupt or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's possible. It's definitely aiding and abetting it, but you don't know if it's doing it knowingly or unknowingly.
Okay.
Right.
So
It could be being deceived.
what level do I have to be able to gain a feature like expert?
You have to be an expert
Yeah. You have to be an expert.
and not
Okay.
a psychic.
Oh, that's the only reason why I'm not an expert is because I'm a psychic.
Yeah. You picked a
Yeah.
class.
Okay.
Remember, you picked psychic,
Yeah,
there was
you're right.
expert, and adventurer, and fighter.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that you can move things with your mind. The bad
Yeah.
news is that when you roll, you're stuck with your rolls.
Well, shit.
Yeah, so you guys are going to be in trouble. This isn't like this isn't like a campaign over ender thing, but this could, that you guys are going to have to basically sit tight till Helix Leviathan kind of talks to you and helps smooth this over. Likely,
Eric Vulgaris, I've got an extra idea. Right?
or you try to solve this problem before Helix Leviathan contacts you, which
Yeah.
will be in a few days, right?
Yep.
And if you could solve this problem in this shitstorm, maybe it would be okay.
Yep.
But you could probably kiss your money goodbye, as Helix is going to take it from you for having to bail you guys out. On all
I
that
can
kind of
fix
stuff.
this,
You're
Eric
right.
Vulgaris.
Yeah.
I can fix this.
Okay.
So
Right.
here's what I do, right? I get everyone to put on their official sword uniforms, right? Caps,
Even
all,
you?
even me.
No. Oh, so no longer the swanky Chandran?
Nope. Put all that shit on, right? We march down to the fucking police HQ in this place. We walk in, and they start being like, "Oh, who is this?" Blah blah. We walk in and we walk straight into the fucking police
The
director's office, right? And we say, we have just received evidence that there is police corruption on this planet, as suspected by the Helix Leviathan. You are to surrender all of your personnel to
All right.
myself and my team of swords
All right.
for our
I'm
remainder
going
of
to
our
stop
time
you there.
here.
I'm going to stop you there because in order to get to this place and
Yeah,
do this,
yeah.
you're going to have to get through the front door because they know that a sword has interfered with this thing, and so they know they're going to try to run interference to you to even get to the director.
I
Right, so they were-
got it. Let's fucking run some numbers, Eric Vulgaris.
All right.
I'm confident.
Okay, so this is a 10. This is a 10 to barrage through them and basically really pull rank here without causing a fuss.
Oh no, the fuss is intentional. We are dressing up in our military regalia for a reason.
Right, but what I'm saying is you're going to be screaming at some adjuncts who are working here at the police station to be like, get the hell out of my way. We're like, sir, we can't let you pass, kind of thing, right? Like, you can't just barge into the director's office, right? You don't work here. You can't just like go around anywhere. You need there's locked doors and things like that.
All right.
So, like, to get to the director, right? Yeah, just to push your way there is a 10.
I can probably punch through most locked doors.
But you're also going to be punching through a police office.
Yeah. I mean, what could go wrong? So yeah, a 10, huh? Okay.
Right.
Does anyone
Just-
want to
You
attempt?
don't understand. We're the good guys. Okay, you've been trying to frame a charity. You have been just trying to look around at police records.
So
I want to help.
you want to help? All right.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what can I do.
You need to beat a 10. So whatever you can do to beat a 10.
A plus one would be great. Yeah. What do you think you're gonna do here? Sword.
I don't know. I guess my best shot at it would be to use my program skill to do something. I'm not sure.
Can we set off an alert somewhere
is it
else
your-
so that they're distracted while we're heading in?
Boom. There
so
you
that
go.
they're yeah.
What is it we're trying to do exactly?
Basically, I want to take
Get
I
audience
want-
the director.
go into the director's office and basically not only smooth over or give a reason for what they suspect to be corruption of a sword, which is not the case, but also
I know,
use
but-
their manpower to help us find these people. Like put up roadblocks, basically, cut off circumnavigate them leaving this place so that we can find them. Do a manhunt. Essentially.
Yeah, I heard that, but I meant go get to his office by what means, like forcibly or social engineering.
Social engineering, I think, would probably be the easiest one. But I don't know. Like for me, at least, it's easier.
Maybe I could dig up some passwords for locked doors or have them unlocked beforehand.
So we just walk through. Okay, yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, I guess some entrances will have guards, but some of them will not. Like not every door has.
I don't know. We'll just take a clipboard, right, and walk past. And then people will think we're supposed to be there. That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're dressed as in our military regalia and not as police officers.
It could also be like Kika said, that like set off an alarm somewhere, or I could fake like pager calls for some guards so that they go somewhere when we have to be at that door.
What do you think? Which one would you like to do? You can decide.
I'm going to try to divert the guards to different positions when we are at the doors we want to be. So like fake alarms or fake pager calls, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, to get people out of the precinct.
Yeah.
Out of the headquarters. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense.
Boom!
Oh, fucking
Boom!
Derek. Oh, see. Oh, Zippy, why can't you roll like Derek?
So
I'm sorry. I should put you on the spot, buddy.
What I'm picturing is it's like when you're on the road and you hit all green lights for like a big stretch.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something like that. Like every door we hit, we see our guard going somewhere else.
Nice. My man.
Oh, that's so awesome, Derek. Yeah, exactly. Boom. So you kick in the director's door. Yeah. All right. Now one more time. What do you say? What do you say to the director?
I say at ease, right? When he stands up and he's like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "At ease, you can sit down. It's fine." Right? I'm not here to take your job away. But then I stand there and I was like, afternoon. My name is. What is my character?
My name is what?
My name is
who?
Sword Daxton. We are aware of. Stop distracting me. We are aware of. Oh God! Now you've made me forget what I say. We are aware of.
Corruption.
That's the word. Thank you. We are aware of corruption and possible embezzlement within the security forces here on this planet. By the order of Helix Leviathan, we have come to investigate. We require all of your personnel to now follow our orders as we are hunting for the source of this corruption, which could lead back to the people who are in this precinct. I don't want to hear any arguments about this either.
Is this a lie, or you actually like have a writ of arrest and stuff like that written up with charges and things? Is this a bluff? Is what I'm asking you.
I mean,
not him yet, not the director, like you, because this is your role, right? But I want to figure out what it is.
So I would like to use their personnel to help find this person. Right?
Yeah.
It's an issue of manpower versus what the sneaky backstabbery way that we try to do it first. So I would actually like to use their manpower to do this, but also as a means to like, okay, instead of when Helix Leviathan gets here, I want there to be a solution rather than a problem, right? So that's my means, but we don't have a writ. All right, that's not something that we have.
So you're basically trying to take control here and command him to cooperate with you and use police resources to cooperate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is going to be very difficult. This is going to be an 11, because it would be a 9, but because of the previous circumstances, it's a +2.
God damn. All
I'll
right.
lean over to Logan and
To get exactly what you want. To get exactly what you want, right?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Aaron. Kika.
I lean over to Logan and whisper, "Am I to be the good cop or the bad cop?"
You have a knife in both hands.
And one says good and one says bad.
I'll let you be the good cop.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The Yiktena's knife meme will never get old.
The Kika knife meme will never get old.
So, are you assisting Kika? Is that what you'd like to do?
I suppose yes. I'm not sure what I. Can I like try to just exposit a bunch of like legal jargon at him to make him feel overwhelmed?
I mean, the other thing that you could potentially do too is like we're wearing our official uniforms, right? So maybe you could have spruced them up ahead of time to like be far more official.
Make them extra, yes. Make us seem that we're like 3 ranks higher than we actually are.
Yeah, or something like that. You know, like lead more importance to the situation, or something like that.
Yes, I'm down. I can do that. Yeah, I'm always down for that.
So you need to beat an 11.
No big deal.
NBD. I can re-roll that.
You can re-roll that. Gee,
If only I could re-roll just the 1.
I know.
I mean,
Come on, you just gotta get a 7. You just gotta get an average roll here, right? Or an 8, I guess.
What?
Shit.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
No
So
bonus.
they don't benefit you.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Anyone else help? Anyone else can help you?
Oh yeah, Derek, Alex.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you?
Well, when you
I think like Benny gets frustrated and he like tosses the laptop across the ship and he's like, "I'm going to the hookah bar to pick up hot chicks," and then he goes to the hookah bar and orders a plate of hot wings.
the fuck, we're inside the police commissioner's office. What the fuck, man?
He's gonna leave. he takes the police commissioner's computer and like throws it off the desk and he walks out. And he's like, "I'm done trying to help. Every time I help, everything I touch turns to shit."
Okay, I kind of wish I didn't ask for your help. Derek.
Damn.
Yeah, I would like to help. I'm not sure what I should do. Would it be like a work test too?
Well, you need to beat an 11, so whatever you think
It's
can
gonna
get
be
you
hard.
there.
Yeah.
Um,
How do you think this is gonna go?
I don't know.
man, my best shot, just like last time, my best shot is in program. But I'm thinking I'm like against very difficult odds.
Right.
It is doable, but
Right. Well, remember, you're not. It's just very difficult to do. But this isn't like an all or nothing test that Henley's going to have to make. Like if he fails, it's not going to be like, "Well, I'm not helping you at all." Blah blah blah. I haven't said that. I'm just saying this is a chance for him to come in there and just put his feet on the table and just be like, "I'm the boss now."
Take the burrito out of his hands that he's about to eat and then
the
take a
burrito.
bite.
Yeah, exactly. Like that is what this is. That's what we're interrogating right now.
okay,
but
then
if you
could
fail,
I-
it's not the end of the world.
then can I do something like print a spreadsheet of some of the movements or account movements we saw, or the law enforcement AI?
Some proof, some evidence.
Yes, yeah, some like evidence.
Yeah.
Like if you don't help us, we're gonna put this on
Publish
Facebook.
this or something.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put
yeah.
this on Facebook.
Right.
I
So that's
will
like,
leave a mean Yelp review on this police station.
I mean, okay, so like in all intimidating situations like that, they're not going to read it, but they're just going to glance at it, and whether or not they're intimidated.
Yeah.
So
Or-
this
or-
is probably.
Or it could be that, according to what I roll, is how believable my spreadsheet is. So if I fail it, it could be like, what's
Well, you
that?
made a spreadsheet.
This talk intelligence? Is that what you're going for?
No,
Because talking is convincing people, and if intelligence is like with your facts and stuff like that, right?
What are you
What are you
I'm
thinking?
gonna pass it with talk. but I could pass it with program. So what I was thinking is, what I'm rolling for is for the accuracy of the spreadsheet. Like pulling all the facts together and put them in a single place. But I'm not sure. You tell me. I roll whatever you say.
I mean, the nuts move would be to hack into the director system and show him the evidence that shows up on his data pad right now, because he was went through
like
all
his
the police
emails. I'm gonna hack his emails.
Yeah, and be like, boom, check your inbox. And you're like, wait, what? And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that would get someone's attention. So that would definitely be programmed.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
I'm not gonna let you roll again an 11 of fiddling around with charts. But if you want to like do that, then you know, be bold or something like that, or paint it how you want. But like, you being bold here, being like, this is the evidence, this is the proof, and putting it in their face somehow would be great. The director's name is Luang Dewey, by the way. Director Luang Dewey. Yeah.
Luang Dewey.
Luang Dewey.
All right. So I'm going to try and make this roll. Keep in mind that I can re-roll ones on the skill check for negotiation diplomacy. Do you think that applies here?
That does apply here, Henley.
Okay, fantastic. Just making sure. Okay.
This is.
I can re-roll one of them.
You can
roll one of them. You got to get a 6 on it.
I got to get a 6 on it.
You got to get a 6. No, you don't hit.
So that is a total of 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got an 8.
So you get an 8. Right.
Yeah.
So they're going to demand what is the meaning of this?
I just explained it. Do you need me to slow down?
I know.
Would you like me to repeat it again?
You can't barge into my office and demand, this is my precinct. And you're accusing my men
I like
and women
slam my hands on the desk, right? And I'm just like,
sworn members of the precinct.
This entire space quadrant is my office. Boom. What now?
Not here. Not this building. This is my place. This is our law and order. So
so I like check my watch and I'm just like, 3 days, Captain. 3 days, and Helix Leviathan will come down here and personally inspect your rectum for what it is that I suspect is one of your officers. Yeah. You're going to be smeared across this wall as an example. Do you understand that?
He's very smug. As he sorry, I'm using a lot of he's and I shouldn't do that. They put their arms like akimbo, right? And they're like,
yeah,
if you skewer me, you're gonna skewer yourself. I saw the notes today. I saw the shit you tried to pull in our systems here. We're both gonna get chewed out, and you know as well as I do, nothing's gonna change. So don't tell me how to do my job. Don't fly.
What's in this room right now? What's in this room? Are we talking security cameras?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a security camera for sure. But like, there's a lot of like old like data pad repositories, a lot of like binders. You see a lot of like trophy family memorabilia around here. A little like. It's cool because they don't have globes here. They have like inverse globes where it's like clear, but then it's almost like an anthill kind of place, because like that's actually the cool part, not the surface.
Yeah.
So like they have one of those on the surface there, and it's like how like glowing around.
Cool.
And you can,
what is the repercussions?
I smashed his face with that.
Now, what is the repercussions of me shooting this man and killing him? Like, just out of curiosity.
You would be going from chewed out to definitely disbarred. Killing someone in cold blood. Killing a law enforcement person in cold blood like this.
So we don't
definitely
have like ultimate like.
No, you don't. No,
and that sort of stuff. Okay.
No,
yeah.
you would have to have a reason, right?
Okay. So
I know it's a role-playing game. I know killing is like everyone's default option.
No, I just wanted to know if like this is like we are like the supreme officers of the.
It's like, what about maiming? A little. Just a little maiming, though.
My default option is lying.
Yeah. So I sort of look around the room, and I look at my companions. What do your faces look like?
Benny just like
You're off eating
Teleports-
hot wings, motherfucker. You're not here.
he teleports back in with the hot wings. Oh.
3 days, Captain. If you
too late
don't
to
help
get a
us
new
in that
engineer?
time. Sorry, what were you saying, Kigo?
Is it too late to get a new engineer?
If you don't help us within that time, it will be noted.
Says, well, you attract flies, or you attract space flies with honey, not vinegar, and barging into this precinct and pretending to overrule me and throw out your authority around. It's not a good way to attract friends.
The only thing that's attracting the flies here is a literal smell of space shit. And then I turn and I sonder out.
Coming out of your mouth.
Make another talk. Make another talk check as for your fucking bold ass move leaving here and getting the final quip.
So what's this talk? Okay.
Yeah. This
Please
is
tell me that if he fails, it's like he gets to the elevator. It
He realizes
a long
he forgot
time.
his wallet.
No, I love the idea that I try to open the door, but it's like a pull and not a push, and I'm just like fucking. What were you saying, Eric?
That would be very funny. I was sorry. I was going to say the difficulty class here is 8.
Okay. Just the fucking
Oh,
roll
where's
from
that?
before.
Where's that roll? Where's that roll from
God
before?
damn it.
Exactly. Yeah. So you get a message from the director. They say they will give you a report of stuff in 2 days. So
I
it's not
was
helpful
still in the room.
right now.
Yeah, I just leave you two in there.
Oh, then it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. So you just leave, and it's like, does he normally leave in the conversation?
He is very hot-headed, but he
Are all
has to
humans
work.
hot-headed? They're weird.
You know about humans?
Oh wait, we don't know they're humans. Shit, never mind. He doesn't say that. Sorry, I forgot. That comes from a month of not playing. Right.
The pink skins are very angry.
Chatrans, yeah,
They
they're
kill
very.
They kill themselves a lot. They kill each
All right.
other a lot.
I guess you would ask him, is he really religious or something?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, don't ask him about it, though. It's very strange and hard to follow. Involves some singing, something about a beach.
look, we've been having our share of weird religions, so that's fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What weird religions have been cropping up around here?
And he's like, are we supposed to be mad at each other?
You can be mad at him. I was just here. We can
Benny,
be
like,
friends.
Good
Raises
cop works.
his bowl of hot wings.
I know that you come back and you're like, bad cop success.
I'm just like in the hallway, just like eating a donut, just like, and the Kick is in there working the
I know.
magic.
All right. Well, you seem like the more reasonable one, so I'll talk with you. Is that amazing talk roll, buddy?
I Riker over the chair and sit down in it with my like 4 legs.
Yeah. So there's been, he begins to explain that there's been some weird activity they've been tracking down. They've been tracking down some sort of drug that's been that can be quickly aerosolized, and they think it's being transported through hookah and they think that it's some sort of weird. It's like some sort of strange religious herb. They're still trying to figure out what it is. It goes by a couple names. The first one that they know, like it's called like Sitha. It's like what they're calling it on the street.
With my medical background, would I like be able to get an idea of what this is?
It's a dream or like a memory amplifier.
Interesting.
Creates lucid
Yeah.
dreaming, maybe.
It can create lucid dreaming. It can let you dream in other people's dreams, like cooperative dreaming.
Oh shit! Inception.
Yeah. So essentially, it's rather than use technology, it's biological, and apparently, you know, that has a lot of like myths of like religion and health benefits rather than like cybernetically just, you know, doing that stuff. And so that there's like that sort of like weird holistic path to this drug. It's not natural. It's totally manufactured. Like it's totally an artificial. But that isn't. They don't. Yeah. It's. Oh, sorry. That's the term I was thinking. It's a synthetic drug, but that doesn't stop other people from thinking it's holistic, right?
Correct.
We've been trying to track down where it's coming from, but we're coming up short.
Could you?
Making it worse is.
I was wondering if you could share with us the information you have, and we could aid in what ways we can.
We're trying. The problem is the information we're getting isn't reliable. A lot of our cops on the cases are calling out sick. It doesn't seem like it's not a thing people want to touch. But yeah, I can. I mean, I can send you stuff in a couple of days. I have to get it ready.
Sooner will be better than later. If you could give us some cursory information to go off of for now before you can get everything together, that would be helpful.
Well, if you all would have came to me first, I might have been able to help you. But now all our asses are in hot water, and we only have. I know we all have a little bit of time before Helix comes here. Time isn't on our side here, is it?
Would you like me to break anyone's legs for you?
Yeah, your partners who came in here, the pinky fleshy one. He says jokingly.
I'm more thinking people that we won't get in trouble for breaking the legs of.
Oh. I guess he doesn't understand the expression. Like,
I am very strong.
She
She
wants to know if there's somebody you don't like, that you want her to take her strong hands and snap their legs like twigs. Like this. And he pulls out a chicken leg and he goes, Ksh.
We're wardens. We're law enforcement. We're not criminals.
I know we are not criminals.
No, we don't. No, we respect the law and due process here. So no.
So if they're already prisoners, we can break their legs because they've already been processed?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
I should have reviewed the laws before coming here.
Yeah, we should have read the laws. Yeah. Would you like a hot wing?
I would love one.
Wonderful. You could have that one. That's cold.
Ate my burrito, so you know I need. It's hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my friend just ate my lunch, so that'd be great. And you're just like still eating the fucking donut and burrito in both hands. You're like, got him.
Double fisting.
They're still in there. It must be working.
All right, Dennis, I think that it's time for us to take our
and if
leaf.
you ever need any custom tailoring work, here is my card.
And if you need your computer fixed that I smashed, here's mine. And he takes his like barbecue sauce fingers.
Don't listen to him. I like take the card from his hand. I'm like, don't. I like turn him around and like try to push him back out the door.
Yeah. All right. He tells you the closest. Like I can know offhand, just from what we've found, we know that the drugs are growing in some sort of. They call it a sacred rainforest, or whatever the group's calling it. They go by different names, but it's all about just charities. Like it's like some sort of thing of charity. We'll bust one. We'll bust one. Another one will pop up. They change their names all the time. But they're not. They're typically operating out of a different treaty here than the treaty of Patriots.
All right. How about we call it there? We're getting close to 6.
Sure.
So, All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let's do some shout outs and wrap this bitch up. Starting with you, Mr. Derek. What up, sir? Where can people
Hey
find
there. This is Derek Ruiz. I do indie cartography for my website, www.elventower.com. I'm also on Patreon and Twitter. I'm Elven Tower everywhere. And I'm just running for the Ennis. Votes are over, but maybe I'll have good luck at Gen Con.
you? Nice.
I will be blowing up the chat if you win.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, yeah, Derek, you won.
Speaking about winning, Mr. Zippy, what up? Where can people find you?
Hi. You can find me on my channel. It's Zippy_Zippo, where we play a bunch of different games, ranging from Magic the Gathering, World of Warcraft, story games, fun games, where we always win. Not really, but I'd like to win just a little bit. Every once in a while, I like to win. So if you like to come and chill with me, come chill with me. You're always welcome.
Nice. Kika, where can people find you?
You can find me here at twitch.tv/Kika, that's twitch.tv/KKK, and on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO. I'm also playing on the Greyhawk channel on Thursdays and Fridays, and here every Sunday when we are not on a break.
Nice. And last but not least, we have our GM, Space Master for the session, the Sandwich Master himself, Mr. Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir? Where can people find you?
Hey, yeah, Eric Vulgaris, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I play a lot of games.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed our comeback. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We will see you next week if you're around. Until then, have a good one. Good night. Bye-bye.
See ya.